What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to Tour Life. Today is Tuesday, June 23rd, and we got the full crew tonight. Oh, my.
How'd we do it?
It's been a hot minute, man.
How did the schedule work out this week?
I don't know, but it won't be working out next week. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, no.
I will not be here, boys.
You didn't hear yet, Yuli, did you, where he's going to be?
I'm going to be in England.
Oh, no way. For what?
Masters World Championships for Ultimate. Yeah.
That's some pretty big news.
Going to be competing for a world championship, brother.
What team?
They're called Woolly Mammoth, or it's like a bunch of the Florida guys. It's
okay.
Masters.
Okay, Brody.
Masters with Masters and Ultimate's very funny.
How old?
It's not as old as you think. It should be older. It's 33 to 40, I think.
Hey, do you need another guy?
But the names of some of these teams are so funny.
I've never played Ultimate one time in my life, Gary.
Yeah.
It was a nice shake off. It was a solid shake off.
I don't think
I trust you more than the average person. You.
I don't think I would take any pro disc golfer for Ultimate. I can't think of one.
Now you give me, Brody, you give me a month.
Maybe like 10 years ago, Yuli.
No,
wow.
I'm a dog. No, you
don't. Brody, you could take any pro tour player right now and you get him for a month. Who you take with you?
They would not be good.
I would be
get him
really
for a
good,
month.
Brody.
Who would you take?
I'm sorry, I would be good. I'd probably be better than you, actually, the GOAT. I'm just kidding. That's a funny statement. That's a funny joke, guys. But hey, man, I wouldn't sleep on
Eagles decent Ultimate.
What
what
FPO player came from Ultimate? Was it Ella?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There's not a single disc golfer that I would put above me in 1 month if they'd never played Ultimate before.
I love that.
There is not one. I promise you, there's not.
Now
one.
that I love. It's just
not a single one.
Ultimate disc golf don't translate. So it's like you can't look at someone. No, I'm just saying you can't look at someone and be like they're good at disc golf, therefore they'll be good at Ultimate. I bet like someone sneaky that we wouldn't even think of would probably be decent at Ultimate. But I just don't think anybody
right here.
I don't think anyone on the pro tour could become an elite Ultimate player. That's what I'm saying.
I think I want to see James Conrad play Ultimate. It'd be too majestic.
He doesn't have enough steps.
He would be a great polar.
Oh, he would launch that thing.
He'd be a great. That is one thing I have noticed. My poles are insane.
Yeah,
I used to have really good poles.
Yeah.
Now they're even better than I remember because like I don't remember. I remember having to have some sort of wind to have like the high floating pole that like sits in the end zone and slowly comes down. I was doing it last Saturday with like no wind at all.
Oh, okay.
It was insane. Yeah. So I think that is the biggest thing that's translated over from disc golf.
I've never one time ever done anything with Ultimate. Not one time. Not even thought about it. I've seen some guys. I did a little challenge one time.
It would just be really hard,
really, Ultimate
for you
guys
to break through your muscle memory. That would be the hardest.
No, it wouldn't. No, that's false. 100% false.
I think
my muscle memory
is
broad. It's like you're not going to find something that's not a. I promise you,
Brody. If this was Ultimate 2K26, what would your stat your number be out of 100?
Ooh.
Oh, like with what I am right now?
I'll say 86. That's pretty high.
That's too high.
Too high? 80.
Yeah, because throwing, I would say
I saw your little dash today. You're kind of quick.
I'm a lot faster now than I was 4 weeks ago when I wasn't doing any.
How about a year ago?
I've been
slugfest.
I mean, I've been putting in like,
with a weighted vest on.
I've been putting in probably like 10 to 15 hours a week on Ultimate stuff now. So like I've been putting in a lot of time That's outside of throwing. I'm talking strictly just like ultimate lifting, strength training, that type of stuff, running, cutting, all that. But I would say like throwing is really, really important, but also athleticism, jumping, cutting, running, endurance.
Check.
So like all those things I would be pretty low at right now. The only things that I would say I'm really high at are throwing and like awareness.
Endurance, you have to be good at. You run all the time.
But it's different. That's the thing.
Yeah, it is.
What I'm right now really good at, Yuli,
yeah,
is recovery.
Ooh.
So
that's
like
important.
Yes. So like
Very
the next
important.
day, my recovery, I'm back to good. I'm good.
Okay.
But sprinting around and having that endurance to be able to do that multiple times is very different than just being able to run an 8-minute mile.
You know what? I love this so much. I'm going to reach out to some sort of ultimate people in Charlotte, and I'm going to play.
You're in a hotbed.
Yeah, and I'm going to play for the first time ever. And then I'll come back on the show and I'm going to ask the guys. I'm going to be like, all right, like,
I think you're going to get humble.
No, humble. I've never done it. If I'm horrible, then I'm horrible.
Oh, and I thought you were going into it thinking you were going to be good, right?
No, I'm in a month. Yeah, in a month.
Now, see, this
right
brings
now
up
I'll be awful. I'm not.
This brings up a question I have.
I know how sports work, Brody.
Pro players doing stuff like this.
What?
This brings up a question I had. Would Discraft have any care about you playing Ultimate Frisbee, Yuli?
I don't
because they own the market. They have no competition.
No.
No, he's saying for injury.
Playing.
He doesn't want me to get hurt.
Think about other sports.
You're talking about Yuli, not me. Sorry.
Yeah, because
like about me. Apologies.
Yeah, because like not that long ago we saw FPO players
is massive. I know it. Yep.
We saw FPO players going out and doing whitewater rafting, which we know is synonymous with a lot of injury.
Yeah.
So I brought up the question that I had. I never got to ask it to you guys, which was, do disc golf manufacturers care about these outside activities injuring their players?
I don't think disc golf's at that level of where they can,
especially with Unk.
Yeah, they can't.
I'm one step away from missing my doorstep to an injury. Gary, come on.
I don't think they. I don't think they can do it. Yeah, they're saying Dylan Cease is banned from throwing backhands. I think it'd be forehands, not backhands.
Yeah. Well.
But that makes sense because he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I got like 2 weeks. I'm going to get into an ultimate.
Just do like a little pickup.
A little pickup.
Yeah.
Don't know. I have no idea about the rules. No, I have no clue how it's played.
When I played pickup, I had a guy and a lady that were both over like 60 on my team.
I'm going to be a dog though.
So I mean, pickup is like you can find pickup that's not very serious. My pickup was not.
Yeah, I want the serious.
The more you put into it, the more fun it is. I came from Ultimate. I
want to get wrecked. I want them to make fun of me and be like, "Wow, this guy's awful! Holy cow!"
The only reason, Yuli, I would say that like after a month you would still be pretty bad.
No, it's not a thing. That I promise you, that's not a real thing that would ever happen to me because it's never happened in anything.
You might think.
No, it's not a think.
No, but you might think you're not bad. I'm saying what I think is good versus bad might be a lot higher.
No. Of course, I'm not going to be going to the World Championships and Masters, but let's say like on a local level of guys who play all the time, and it's their favorite thing.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not gonna be bad, bro.
We had. Right,
those guys are on the. I'm talking pickup game. I'm not gonna be the last pick. I promise you that.
I don't think you would be last pick.
No, never.
Like I said, I had a 60-year-old
in 1 month
60-year-old lady out there playing with me. I think.
This is like the conversation with that one guy, the bodybuilder, and he's like, "Oh, I could beat you in a street fight. I know it." To like the UFC fighters, and they're like, have you seen those? And they're like, oh yeah. And they're like, no, you're a podcaster. It was, what's his name?
It was Bradley Martin and someone else.
Yeah. So
the reason I say a month is just, I don't think that's enough time to build up.
I don't need that much time, bro.
The cardio, like the physical side.
Oh, my cardio is great.
The physical side. I don't think it's
my
enough
cardio
time.
is elite cardio.
Your cardio is not better than mine.
probably you run. I'll tell you this. For somebody
that's what I'm saying, and I'm not good right now is what I'm trying to tell you.
No. Strength, Brody.
Okay, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you something right now.
I'm literally.
Brody,
I did not play disc golf, or I did not play Ultimate.
This is crazy, but I'll tell you
this weekend is going to be my 4th week of playing Ultimate. I'm doing exactly what you're saying you're doing.
No.
Except I have years of experience.
Not.
Yes,
I'm going to play for the first time ever.
I know, but what I'm saying, I haven't played Ultimate in 10 years.
Brody,
I haven't ran in 10 years.
In my life, I have been able to go off of the couch, no matter my health, except for when I had my ACL injury, and run for as long as I would want to run for, and never stop.
Same as sprinting and cutting.
I play a lot of pickup basketball, and the cutting and the endurance is pretty similar. I'd have to guess.
That will help.
And I can run. Like the other night, I went and played with our 35 and older crew, and I played 13 straight games. I mean, I was tired at the end, but I can go.
Yeah. No, I'm not discounting you.
Chat, was he discounting me? I want to see in the chat. I want to see in the chat.
I think where your level is going to be, I think you'll be like, wow, I've improved a lot. And I'm going to be like, yes, that is true, but you're still terrible.
Well, terrible to what level is terrible, and what level, like golf, for example, like what is terrible to you?
Like Brody wouldn't pick you if money was on the line.
Terrible to me in golf is like if you can't break 85, probably.
Okay, so your level,
my level's very high.
Yeah, no, your level is pretty high.
People walk around saying they're good at a lot of stuff, and then I actually see them do it, and I'm like,
I am.
You're good compared to someone that's never played.
Brody, you told me. I'll never forget this. This is true for the chat and everybody listening. Okay.
Also, I think I can dunk now, by the way.
I bet you can.
Better be video of that.
I got to give you kudos. You look good. You look fast. I'm proud of you, man. It's a lot of good work. We were in Emporia, and he might not remember this, but he was given this whole spiel about how people are bad at golf and blah, 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 and that it's not the level. And he dropped the ball on the tee, and he said, all right, then hit this ball. Do you remember this?
I think it was you, Kevin Jones.
And I hadn't swung a club in like 6 months. Where did that ball go, Brody?
I remember it was a good shot.
A good shot. a good shot. A 4-foot draw straight down the middle of the fairway, bouncing onto the green. And he was like, oh, that's a pretty good. He said, that's a pretty good swing. Pretty good swing. It was
I don't give out flowers. I'm sorry.
No, that's not a flower, but that's what I'm saying. So I know your level of criticism
very high.
Is high.
Super high.
It's very high.
It's high. Yeah. Because I drove a par 4 without hitting.
It was like 270 yards.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's not impressive to me. That's not far.
You swung the club and it wasn't anywhere near the green.
I don't remember even hitting a golf ball.
Of course you don't. I would block that out.
Yuli, what's something Brody can't do?
Hey, here's the thing.
Swim. Terrible swimmer.
Like Brody.
Don't float.
I know.
Terrible speller.
When I watch people
spicy food.
When I watch people do things,
a lot of stuff.
Like I understand athleticism, and I understand like levels to it.
Dunk about.
Because there are levels to it, and there are certain people who are good at multiple things down the line, and I could be like, hey, if I like, this is a real statement. And I give this example to a lot of people. If all disc golf were scratched at 0, okay, and we had never done this thing, and it was a new game.
Oh, everyone's trying to learn it.
And it was like, okay, you guys have 2 days to get as good as possible at this game, and then everybody's going to compete against each other. I would expect to be playing against Brody at the end. That's like, so those are the flowers that I'll give him. But I know I'm going to be there. I know it. You get what I'm saying? Like there's certain people like that. Like I would put Anthony Ricky will be there. Ricky's good at those little hand-eye coordination sports. Figure it out raw. Understand gamesmanship. Understand like golf, for example, like disc golf. Is actually on a lower level, super simple. Don't take any bogeys. So I can go out and throw left-handed and probably beat a bunch of amateurs being awful at lefty throws, but I understand the way the game works. It's a scoring game. You get what I mean? The least amount of times that I get there, great. So I'm okay with giving him his flowers and being like, no, Brody's good at pretty much everything he does, but good to him and to me is completely different. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
Like, I understand how good, like, from the worst player to the best player, what is good?
I would say, yeah, there's definitely things
and it's different between him and I.
There's definitely things that people would say I was good at that I would not classify myself as good at.
Like, hey, ask the chat, driving the green for 287 yards. First shot hitting in 6 months. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm sorry, across the board, that's pretty good. But to his level, like he had just come off of being a social media influencer in the golf realm. So he's watching these guys being able to do that with a 9-iron. So like good is perspective. I love this conversation though. Thanks.
It's a great one. And honestly, a lot of the people that I've encountered in the disco, and this happens kind of like in these niche sports because you surround yourself with like the only people that you're surrounding yourself are these niche sports. It's very similar to like if you grew up in like a 1A high school and then all of a sudden you're going up against 5A kids. It's like a different experience of like, wait a second. And there was many times where people in disc golf or ultimate or whatever these niche sports would say they were good at something or, oh, you should do this with this person. They're good at it. Mm-hmm. And then I would see them and be like, brother, I know.
Big fish, small pond situation.
Correct. Yeah. So
I'm a dog, Brody. I'm a very small unit of.
I would pay a lot of money to watch this Ultimate Frisbee pickup game.
I want to do it. Yeah.
I might honestly fly. Let me fly out there and we'll go together and we'll film it.
But I need a month.
No, you got to do like the beginning so people can see where you were at and then see the journey to where you got to.
Well, you got to help me because I am coachable. That's the other thing. I'm not just going out there and being like, I know this. Like I'm going to be asking questions and learning and,
that's how you get
doing
good.
The thing. And then all of a sudden, maybe I'm over there in Europe with my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Or you get on a different country's team.
Oh, those are all jokes, guys. Yeah. But the confidence is high in this one.
I could be wrong.
You are.
I don't think disc golf.
We've never done anything together, and everything we've probably done together, I've probably beat you at. That's the facts.
I'm just saying I don't think the crossover is there for me.
Hey, what did we do? We played lots of games together, Brody.
We played pickleball.
Yeah, you got cooked.
With Brad.
Yeah, you got cooked.
I don't think I got cooked.
For sure got cooked. I had Brad on my team.
It was like my second time playing pickleball.
I hadn't been playing very long, bud.
I feel like I was pretty decent.
You were. That's my point. Yes. I won't say that you were bad.
I wasn't good.
But see, there you go. Yeah, you were.
I was decent. Yeah. Like I was someone that you could show up and still have a good time with.
Yeah.
And not be like, this guy absolutely is killing the vibes.
Sure. Except with you saying everybody else was trash. That kind of killed the vibes. I'm just kidding. He didn't do that.
I think if you took most pro disc golfers and this is equivalent to probably a lot of sports, and you had them try to play ultimate, they would be trash.
I have no clue because like I said, I've never played. I'll say this, you could be right. It could be just this thing that's just like the hardest thing you've ever done in your life, but I can't imagine that's the fact for me.
Like there's some people, Yuli, that cannot catch.
That's
a problem. That's a problem in ultimate, Gary.
I'm an absolute.
You can't catch the frisbee.
I'm a problem. Hey, I know. Brody, I'm a vacuum. I promise you.
He's got dad reflexes, man. He can catch
I can't jump, but I'm pretty shifty. And if that's anywhere near me, it's getting caught.
He's wiry.
Okay.
I'm not wiry either. That's false.
Paul says Yuli's super confident tonight. Must have won another A tier last weekend.
Did that too. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, he did.
That's also a fact.
That's awesome.
All right, let's get into some disc golf. That was fun. Thank you.
Yeah,
I enjoyed getting
where do you guys want to start tonight? It's kind of like an open-ended pod tonight.
I can go into what happened to me.
Yeah, that probably would be helpful. A lot of people were wondering what the heck happened.
So went to the airport. They said no go. My passport expired within 6 months of me being on my trip. By 2 days, which means you are not allowed to go. And that means like within 6 months of my trip coming back. So like, I thought I had plenty of time. I did not. I caught a lot of flack from that from a lot of people in comments. Like, you travel. It's like, I thought expiration date was just an expiration date.
The passport thing is the easiest thing to mess up.
And I mess it up.
It's the easiest thing to mess up.
I own it. I should have looked into it. I actually remember thinking about it being like, I know it expires soon, but like, this is a long time. I should be good. And I didn't look into it. So that was a bummer. Why was it a bummer? We'll go into those things. The obvious stuff was already booked my Airbnb, rental cars, the whole thing's right. But it's a major championship, and I'm playing pretty damn good right now for my life.
Yeah.
So that was hard to deal with. But the biggest thing for me was I was a reserve on the President's Cup team. And I know I wouldn't have got to play, but I'm very, very, very patriotic. And the President's Cup, I've said this before, is my favorite thing I've ever done, ever. It's my favorite thing I've ever captained. And not because it's this great event and it's run perfect and blah, 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 blah. No, it's because it's our country versus Europe. And like I said, I'm very patriotic. And I think this can grow into one of the greatest things of all time ever. So even sitting on the bench and rooting my team on, I was looking forward to that. Like, that was the big dagger to me. It meant a lot too, because 2 years prior I captained it, and then I earned my spot by getting picked to actually be as a reserve. That meant a lot to me, a lot. Yeah. And so it was a big time blow. It was tough to kind of deal with, but I was pretty depressed afterwards of being like, I don't even know if I want to watch this now type thing. And of course I watched all of it. But then being the way that I am, I just was like, all right, I'll go play another tournament, get the juices flowing, you know? And
how pissed were those people at that tournament to see you sign up?
I don't know.
You're not supposed to be here.
So then here's what's so funny is that when I was there, I told myself, I'm like, okay, I'm going to play against those guys. This is the first time I've ever done this with ratings. I'm like, I'm going to play against them with ratings. And I'm going to see if I could beat Gannon. And after like 2 rounds, I'd missed 6 holes total. And I was losing by like 20 rating points or something. I'm like, well, maybe it was a good thing I didn't go over there. Because watching him play and watching Ricky play, I was just like, all right, well, I don't think I would have been competitive in that situation right there. But that was a fun thing to motivate me. I loved my card mates. I had a blast, met some old friends that I hadn't seen in a very long time, and ended up being a pretty good weekend.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Yeah.
Do we want to go into the President's Cup a little bit? About like the new format that they put on this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't know they were doing mixed doubles.
Yepper.
That was news to me when I saw that happening. I was like, what the heck? Which I think that's beneficial to the Americans.
I think it's better all around as that something new, because they needed something new to Here's why is because it seems like the FPO division, especially with the lineup that was sent over there without having own, was like, oh, we're gonna get kind of squashed. Like Evelina, Hannah, Silva, like it seemed that way. So then to pair it up, it for sure benefited America.
That was a huge USA benefit.
And there wasn't, There were also other players aside from Owen missing as well, like no Val. So like
Mhm.
there were because like some people were like, oh, why were certain people picked? It's like, well, if you looked at the list of people who were even available for the
Had to go
American
down the
FBO
list.
side,
It wasn't a
it
lot,
wasn't. It
yeah.
was very, very empty. What I thought was kind of interesting, not funny because of what the circumstances were for everybody. People were like, "Oh, it doesn't matter who got picked for the reserve for both teams. Like nothing's going to happen." And sure enough, both teams had to have like a last minute like replacement because stuff happens. For me, the picking of teams was one of the weirdest parts of like how they structured who picked when and what picks were released when.
Right.
Having
You're
like,
talking about like actually the roster of the
Yeah.
teams or
So
the order of the matches?
the roster of the teams, because they had the popularity vote go on before any of the other players were named, with the exception of like the world's rankings exception.
Oh, so you might have been voting for someone that was already on the team?
Exactly. So Americans
was
were voting
weird.
for like Calvin Heimberg and like Ricky Wysocki as a popularity vote, as opposed to letting the captains make their picks next, have them make their picks.
It was bizarre.
And then, yeah. So it was kind of weird. Personally, I don't think there should be any popularity vote. It should just be captains and make it as
picks.
competitive as possible.
Yeah.
It's like they couldn't decide whether they wanted to be entertaining or whether they wanted to be competitive. They tried to do both. When if,
I like
if
that
they
though.
just-
Like try something else. Like it's gonna take a while before they get it right, and it's not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's going to be right.
Yeah.
For a while.
The point system was terrible. This year.
Yeah, it's not. It's
why did I
it's
turn
like,
it on? It was like 28-15 on the first match.
Yeah. Also, competitive director
Way too
vote.
many points.
Oh, Kaleem says Yuli has small guy syndrome. Yes, I do. Very, very, very much so.
Everyone is tiny compared
Who
to
says
Brody.
that?
That's what this guy Kaleem or
Kaleem.
girl, yeah, Kaleem. Yes.
I
There
don't
you
even
go.
see it.
Yeah,
That's not even in my chat.
extremely confident, buddy. Sorry about that.
I don't even have that in my chat. I think my chat is different than your guys'
Oh,
sometimes.
who you got over there?
Yeah.
Ron
What do you-
Jones says
Ron-
those were projections, Brody.
Those were projections. No,
No, they had like they were playing like first to 47 or something
Yeah.
points, weren't they?
They're like 35
Like,
or whatever, but yeah, they
that's
kept
way
doing
too many
live
35 and you
projections.
win, I think.
Yeah,
But,
It's
like,
like then you can't get
the
mad.
magic
Each
number.
match should just be 1 point. You win your match, you get a point.
I agree.
Why
Yep.
why are we doing some matches worthing 4 points? I didn't.
I think
I
it's
didn't
because they were
understand
trying they were trying to raise the scoring of the first two segments to match to the weight of the third segment, because the third segment handed out 3 points to the winner. So they felt they had to weigh segment 1 and segment 2 more than 1 point to make it so that a win was equally as impressive, which I don't agree
Wouldn't you
with.
just do that by having every match be won? Wouldn't that make every
It's-
match as important?
Agreed. That's what they should have done. It's just because the last match was 4 players playing stroke play
Ooh,
individually. And so
Great.
because the winner got 3 points, they
Also,
had to-
stroke play is terrible. It's got to be
Yeah.
match play.
ooh. Mike makes a good point over here. I love this. President's Cup will never matter unless they give it its own weekend, and I 100% agree with that.
I agree with that as well.
Yep.
It could be. It could literally be like, gosh,
It'd be it would be a top.
It'd be the fourth biggest event.
I was gonna say like top 5.
No, I think it's bigger than Champions Cup.
Oh, for sure. But there are other tournaments that are pretty like
No, I think
like
USDGT,
Maple Hill's really big, dude.
It would be bigger than Maple Hill.
Yeah.
It would be bigger than Maple Hill if it was its own event.
Okay.
it
Yeah,
would be-
I can
it
get on
would
board
be-
with that.
It would
yeah.
be bigger.
It would,
100.
and it could be the biggest. It has the potential to be the biggest.
I heard a really
Yeah.
interesting point brought up, is that it won't be as big as it could be until America loses for the first time. What do you think about that statement, Yuli?
No, I don't think that's fact in any way.
Hmm.
It is lay it out for an entire week. Great press conferences, great media behind the whole thing. Make it a great destination for people to go, have a amazing time, have events the whole entire week leading up to it. And I think it would be fantastic, because then you have it's just going to be tough to have it will take it'll probably take 5, well, not 5. It would be probably 10 years. of it running the same way before in like Europeans would be invested in traveling to support, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Or Americans to be invested in traveling to support.
Can I give it a suggestion?
Yeah. Yes.
I think you go 10 people. Hear me out. 10 people.
Yeah. Like
you have 5 MPO, 5 FPO. The first 2 days, you do alt shot, best ball, but not like best ball in the sense of like you each play your own disc, and whichever has the lowest score, that's their score for that round.
Okay.
All of it's match play. And then the final day, everyone plays singles match play. The first 2 days, though, only 7 matches happen.
Yeah.
Or not, sorry, not so it would have to be, hold on. It would have to be 4, like maybe 4 matches. So you sit like 2 people. The way I was trying to envision it is like, is there a way of where you could have it to where, and maybe you could do it this way, of where there's only 4 matches and Europe, they want like maybe the European Open, the Europe side want to double up their women to force the American side to have to go 2 way. I want to make it to where like the Europe side has the
strategy.
Yeah, has the advantage. So maybe one day they play their 4 women and they only play 3 men. So
I don't like that.
There's
no advantage. It's like, who do you bring? You have the advantage. Who do you bring to the table?
There is strategy in who's playing and who's sitting. Like I love that by the Ryder Cup. Like you have to pick people to sit.
Sure. They did it a little bit this year because not every player played every match. Because like for instance, Gannon Bird didn't play in the singles match play. They saved him for both doubles.
It was kind of chopped. It was kind of a good play. I'm just kidding.
That kind of thing. And the weird part is like how do you manufacture a competitiveness between the American team and the European team? Because we know that fans will have their, they're going to be excited about American disc golf. Yeah, go America. But how do you get disc golfers who are uniquely so friendly with one another to manufacture any degree of like competitiveness? Because if you watch the captains, when they interviewed Kristen, they interviewed Katrina. Katrina was pretty flippant in saying like, well, why do we have to worry? We've never lost. And it wasn't like aggressive competitive, like we've never lost. Like, what's the problem here? It was just like literally she didn't think about it. And then when they asked Kristen what she was going to tell her team after the first 9 holes were in, she was like, well, everyone plays and some days are your good days. And like, it was not a like, I'm going to go in there. We're going to fire them up. We're going to come out and we're going to hit them hard in round 2. What I mean?
That's not who Kristen is.
No, I know that. So like, but how do you foster competitive edge or competitive desire between?
Don't have that type of person as your coach.
Yeah,
as your captain.
But do we get it in disc golf at all with pros? Like,
yeah,
at the top level.
Hey, listen, if I'm captaining the European team and we're getting absolutely throttled at the halfway mark, it's not going to be a friendly conversation.
I don't think those European people like losing.
No.
Well, that's like I want to know more about though, because we as fans.
But maybe she did. Maybe she did. Maybe inside behind closed doors, there was some motivational factors and stuff. We can't speculate that there wasn't just because the cameras are on and you have to, But I don't know. I'm saying
we need to see that, like that, for like to gain the audience's excitement. Like we need to see the competitiveness.
Do you guys think? Let's say the Olympics comes up and disc golf gets into the Olympics.
Yeah.
I envision this. Okay. This is what I think I think would happen. If it's in the same realm, in the same time frame as a lot of different places or a lot of different sports activities are happening, I think it could be electric. I think a lot of people might be like, oh, disc golf's in here for the first time. We're going to go watch that because it's something different. And I think that is where we might see the biggest boom in media across all of it, is if it was Olympics, country, and then other athletes and other people supporting. What do you guys think?
I think there's
a potential there.
I think for for things to get like what Gary's point is, right? These things to like feel like the weight matters and get players that matter. You need fans.
That's what
you need fans. Like there was a massive difference if you go back and watch Joe Mez or Disc Golf Network coverage of the tournaments that they weren't allowing fans on site. I think this was like kind of when we were rolling back after COVID, I believe, and there weren't fans on site. Watch how players reacted down the stretch versus watching how players react now down the stretch with fans. Fans change everything. So if you're telling me that we have 5,000 people rooting for USA and Gannon makes a huge putt, that you're going to feel
changes
the energy
everything.
there.
Yeah,
Same thing as Nicklaus makes a massive putt with a bunch of European fans.
Yeah.
But if you have a bunch of people that are just like, that are
just
disc
golf.
and it's,
but that's what I'm saying. So in an Olympic atmosphere, you might be able to draw from the fans that are there to support
the
the
problem
United
is
States.
you're drawing most because I've been to the Olympics before and I went to a bunch. It was the one in Brazil.
Okay.
And I went to a bunch of different sporting events, like
And
weird
it was
ones.
awesome.
I thought it was awesome because I love it. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like the crowds weren't what you thought they were.
Okay.
So like
Okay.
when I went to fencing, it wasn't like all of a sudden I saw a crazy amount of people from those countries that were fencing. I did
We got to make them lightsabers. That'll change everything.
I don't know if it's called I don't think it's called whitewater rafting, but that's essentially what it was. You're in like a little canoe.
Oh, yeah.
And you're trying to go down this course as fast as possible. I don't know what it's called, but I went to that. There might have been like 50 people on the ground.
Yeah, but I think disc golf is so unique. And if it's the first time being there, I think it's almost to the point where people could get behind it, especially if
it's tough.
You market it in the way to like be like, hey, this is happening. Everybody come out. There, like
well, who's marketing that?
Hopefully somebody good in the next 10 years. I hope we get to that point. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a Brody thing. here.
All right.
Here we go. Here's my idea.
Okay.
Whoever wins the President's Cup, their country gets to host the Worlds next year.
Oh,
I like that though.
Put some stakes on it. Put some stakes on it.
I think you might have to do like
2 years out
like
or
2
something.
years.
Yeah, 2 years out.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't mind that. I don't mind.
Well, they started doing that. I don't know. Did they take that away from the baseball? Didn't they do like the winning? I think they took it away because I think they thought it ended up being stupid. But I believe the winning division
You're
in
stupid,
baseball
Gary.
at the All-Star. I think they got home field advantage for the World Series. I think
they did something like that. You're right.
But I think they took it away because they're like, this is stupid.
This is silly.
People were getting pissed off.
All right. Well, we have had this conversation before, though.
We love the President's Cup. We want to make the President's Cup better.
Yeah. But let's go into the European Open and what happened and what unfolded.
Okay. I stopped tuning in on Saturday.
FPO
was a tough watch for me because they started at, I believe,
4 a.m.
3 o'clock in the morning, which is like, I was telling Hunter and Trevor, I was like, there might not be a worse time to start like a sporting event. Like 3 a.m. is way too late to like stay up.
Yeah.
And then
it's like
3 a.m. is also way too early to like wake up in the morning. So it's like, it's literally that time slot is the worst time slot for sports.
Evelina
crushed it.
I mean, are we surprised?
No.
I would say this. I think I'm more surprised with Silva's performance than I am with Evelina.
Yeah.
Silva and Holland. I'm more surprised with Silva and Holland than Evelina.
That surprised me more than Evelina. Because like Evelina was just doing what we know Evelina can do. She can throw the disc really freaking well.
But she was 83% from C1X,
which kind of killed it.
Continues to
shocker. If she putts well, she wins.
Exactly.
Like, so here's the question then. Because obviously it wasn't close. Like she pretty much walked it in. It really wasn't close, right?
I didn't watch the final day, so I don't know. Was it not
Gary?
close?
No,
Did it not get? It didn't get close.
No, it wasn't close.
It wasn't.
She had a nice lead pretty much the whole time. So Evelina keeps putting at this type of clip. Does she win every tournament, or is there somebody that can match that?
Oh, if she puts 86% inside of C1, she wins every tournament.
Every tournament.
Yes.
Okay, so mark that. I want to clip that. Not clip it as far as like a post, but I want to see if she could possibly putt that well again if she does lose. Yes, because I like what you're saying.
I have a
and
hard
I'm just
time
curious.
I have a hard because she's going to get like 12 to 16 putts.
But Silva throws the disc pretty damn well, and she makes a ton of putts. So
she also
think
misses a lot of putts too, though. Surprisingly, I don't know.
Sometimes, sometimes for sure, sometimes, but sometimes she doesn't, and she doesn't miss any. Like she has like 90% in a tournament. So I'm curious to see, because I know we all know how good Evelina throws it, but at some point there's a winning mentality that comes into it. So what I want to see is her best putting, Silva's best putting and best throwing, and who's better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I'm not sure with that.
I think if Evelina putts at 86%, right?
Yeah.
I think the gap between Evelina's putting and Silva's putting, I think, is smaller than the gap between Evelina's throwing and Silva's throwing.
It's like the whole Gossage debate. Like, okay, if he makes 80 whatever % of it, he's going to be in the. That's not true.
The gap between Gossage would have won. Else's throwing isn't as large.
Gossage also would have won multiple events if he putted
multiple, but
he's not dominating. No.
But that's what I'm saying. There's still and this is a fun conversation because there's still a level of you have to win, even if you make good putts. Like it's a scoring. Like you got to figure out how to get the job done. You get what I'm saying? And 100%. So I'm curious because it seems to me like Evelina like just destroys and gets a big lead and then wins tournaments.
That is a good question.
It doesn't come down to like, here's Evelina, clutch punch, game time winner, boom, makes 30-footer. You get what I'm saying? So what happens down the stretch if she's making good putts and Silva's making good putts or Holland's making good putts, and then who's the better player? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not the better thrower, not the better putter. Like, who's the better player? It's a fun conversation.
Because Worlds, it was getting tight, and she definitely did not like clutch up her putting to win it. She clutched up her throwing. Like she threw some really good shots down.
Which sometimes that's how you win. Yeah, that's
her
fine.
Putting didn't matter.
But there's always going to be questions with Evelina as far as like until she averages from, I would say, 75 to 85%. Once that's like her stack spot, she's going to be in contention all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I want to see Evelina make a 20-footer to win. Like that's what I want to see. Is like I don't think we've ever seen her have to do that. She's
the pressure. I can't remember. I wouldn't say I've never. We as a community have never seen her win.
I think she's. I think she's. I think if you go and look, her winning putt is always her dropping the disc in the basket. I'm pretty sure she's right by the basket every time she's won.
Yeah, because it was pretty close going into the final round. She was tied and only had one stroke ahead of the next closest person, but she was 92% from C1X in round 4. But she also was, 72% C2 in regulation and, almost 60% in C1 in regulation. So she never put herself in a position to have to worry too much about it. But you're right. I don't think I've ever seen her.
And she was tied with somebody who had never really been there. And that's
two people basically.
Yeah. And that's a nice place to be as a veteran of being like, well, not likely that somebody like that's just going to all of a sudden have an all-timer when they've never felt those feelings and everything down the stretch. And you're so young and kind of green to the fact of what's going on. So that's not a lot of pressure. In fact, I think it would empower somebody of her level to be like, oh, I'm so glad that I'm tied with this person. It's almost not even a thought. I would think that's where you'd be. Like some thoughts in there of like, oh, I hope they don't play that good again. But it's a major championship. You know what I mean? It's not likely.
Good Brad asked a good question. Backhand forehand combo better than Kristen Evelina. So if you take in both her throwing, backhand and forehand, is her backhand and forehand combo better than Kristen's?
No.
Is the forehand that stood it there for you?
Yep.
I might lean towards Evelina.
Same. I don't remember Kristen's forehand being
because
incredible.
It's powerful, all those things, but what I like to say is controlled. And controlled in a golfing way, right? Like you're placing it here to do this. You know what I mean? Like Evelina is just hammering that thing down the fairway as hard as she can every single time. Kristen had a form of touch and a form like a methodical, I felt like, approach to the game of get it to this spot because I'm good at this, and then get it to this spot because I'm good at this. Unfortunately, the FPO layouts allow somebody like Evelina to just go, why would I do that when I can just go zing? And she hits lines harder than everybody. I think she powers her way down the fairway a ton. And so I can't give her the edge as far as a thrower. Just because the way that Kristen did it was just like, she just kind of did it, you know,
well,
like bored everybody to smithereens. And then it was like birdie, 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 birdie.
I would definitely give the edge to like you were saying, like a flip up forehand putter shot goes to Kristen. Like a touchy flex forehand goes to Kristen. So like I definitely see that there are throws that I would lean towards Kristen.
There's been times when Evelina played well and got beat by a bunch by Kristen.
Because she couldn't putt.
Well, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's just you. That's
just you saying that. I need to see the stats. I need the stats.
Have to see the stats. Is there ever a time where Evelina putted like 80% and then just absolutely got?
No, I think this is the first. I think we're seeing it for the first time this year.
Yeah, that's awesome. Though. Hey, you know what? All the speculation, we do have to tip our caps and be like, great performance.
Yeah,
for Evelina. Slam. Great performance. Got them all, and did it in the way that all of us have speculated and been like, oh no, this is bad, you know, and proved everybody wrong
on
the highest stage possible.
Okay. We're just one. This is, you could throw this out because it's literally just one data point.
Okay.
2023 Worlds. This was at GMC. Kristen won by 6 shots over Missy. 12 shots over Holland, and 15 shots over Evelina. Okay. We're just going to look at stats here. So we have Kristen. Let's see here. Oh, they weren't taking these stats back then? Oh, my gosh.
Could you even rely on them back then? That's
right, let me try to go to 2024. Hold on.
Kenny wants to know why we're not talking about own in this same conversation.
Own is, we have forehand? We get a big full-time. We know, here's the crazy thing about Own is we know exactly who she is, how she plays, and how she gets it done.
Flexes.
You know what I mean? Because she does it every single weekend and it doesn't change really.
Oh, this actually might be better. Okay, so this is 2024. This is in Litchburg when Evelina won by 2 shots over Kat Merch. I bet you guys would not have guessed that's who got second. And then Kristen got third, 5 shots back. So let's look at this one when she actually won. I think
fairway percentage just crazy. Circle 1, circle 2, crazy.
So her stats, her fairway percentage was 79%.
It's very high.
Kristen was 72. The only person that was higher, you guys should be able to get this. There was one person that had 81% fairway percentage. No, think of one of the best. What is this?
Hannah.
Hannah. Wait, what are we looking at right now?
Yeah, get on your
These
mic.
are season stats. How the heck did you pick this up?
This right here is called Statmando.
But for this tournament, Evelina was first in C1 in regulation, 14% higher than Kristen, and first in C2 in regulation.
C2 doesn't mean anything unless she's making any sort of C2 putts.
Okay, fair enough. Her C1X was 63%. She missed 23 putts inside of C1X, and her C2 was 0 of 23.
What was Kristen's?
Kristen was 6 of 23 from C2, and Kristen was 85% from C1X. Kristen missed 8 putts, and Evelina missed 23.
That's ridiculous. That's a fun statistic.
And Evelina still won, missing 23 putts inside the circle.
Okay, that's a great statistic. Holy moly.
Okay, so this shows us that fairway percentage, Evelina like narrows her out just a little bit, but like that's the scrambling. I'm not surprised at seeing this, but also that's putting. Yuli, you know that. We've talked about this before.
Scrambling stats.
Scrambling stats kind of suck.
They're not
because
great.
It's like Gannon's going to have insane scrambling because he can make putts 100 feet away.
Yep.
Scrambling has to be, did you get inside of circle one? That should be your scrambling stat.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
But I mean, yeah, she throws into side of circle two so many times. That's what I'm saying. Almost 3/4.
But she's powering it down. But okay, let's
3/4 of the hole she plays. She's throwing inside.
This is what I'm saying. She is powering it down the fairway. I haven't seen her sidearm touch is actually pretty good. Now that I think about it, I'm remembering some shots.
Strokes gained tee to green.
Strokes gained tee. Again, any strokes gained stat is completely useless. Because it takes the whole field into account. The people that are
I just don't I just want to remember, and I want us all to remember when Kristen was on the tour, it was really good.
Yeah, and she was the best complete player.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think Evelina, we were always saying this. If Evelina could putt, she could compete against
How many
Kristen.
did she win by?
In that one?
No, this weekend. This last weekend.
4. Evelina won by 4.
Okay, she won by 4 and she putted 85% from C1. I'm sorry, but that's not. Now if she putted 85% and she won by 15, I'd be like, but I'm not convinced because she had other people who hadn't even been there who figured out the course and were kind of in the mix. You get what I'm saying?
How did
I'm saying you get the best players in the world playing their best down the stretch. I don't know.
How did the course look? Did they beef it up for FPO?
Yeah, it looked tough. Yeah, it looked really tough.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Julia Forbes, whose name should definitely not be understated, is an incredible performance. She shot 90% from C1X. She was putting it lights out too.
Really good. Yes.
Yep. Dang.
But
yeah.
I don't know. I want, just like in all sports, we see something for the first time, you want a bigger sample size. Like I need to see it more. I need to understand it. I need to know, because I've told you guys this before, when it comes to changing your game and getting something new that's really good, that doesn't necessarily mean that all of a sudden it's a fix and everything's good, because it's a golfing game. Like that affects your mental. It affects the way that you approach every single shot. And it's a whole entire thing that has to come together to work into a final score. It's not just like, oh, now that I can putt good, I'm going to win every single tournament. That's not what typically happens in a golf game.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, the story for me this weekend for FPO was definitely less Evelina and more Silva and Missy and Holland just not stepping up to the plate.
But Evelina's been there. She's won a lot of majors. She's
for sure.
That person. She understands the pressure. That's what I'm kind of getting at, is like she knows what it's like.
I'm just saying Silva lost by 20 strokes.
Oh,
Yeah.
the other
Crazy.
thing, we're not even talking about this right now. You know what the big difference was here. Also apparently it's not Julia. It's
Julia.
Julia? Is it Julia?
Julia.
Is it Julia Force?
You're
I don't
saying
know.
you're saying you just silent J. You're saying Julia? I don't think that's it.
It's a solid name.
I've heard
that.
I've
I
heard
think it's
Julia,
like Jesus. I think it's like that.
No,
I think
it's not that. I think
I've heard
Julia.
Julia Force.
No.
That's what I've heard.
No, it's
Julia
not.
Force.
It's not obviously Jesus. I'm saying instead of saying Jesus, they say Jesus.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm
you're
saying
replacing
not
the J with an
Julia.
H.
It's
You say
not
Julia.
It's not that. It's not Julia. It's not Spanish. That's
Yeah.
Spanish. It's you.
It's
Julia.
hang on.
Julia. No, I think I don't think that's it, Brody. I think it's
You think
Julia.
it's just a silent J, Julia.
Julia.
Yeah.
Get her on the
Yeah,
pod.
yeah.
It's like 2:00 in the morning over there.
That's Spanish, they said. I know. We're just shredding that name in every way. I'm not sure.
It's it's Swedish. The name Julia is pronounced approximately Julia. So YOO Leah.
so it's
Julia.
Yuli's name in a female version.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this stat actually jumped out at me.
What is it?
So Julia, only 6 OB shots, the least amount in the entire tournament. Any guesses at how many OBs Evelina had?
16.
I already looked, so I can't guess.
17. Very close.
Okay. Yeah.
That was the
You know
big
why? Because she hammers it down the fairway. She does. You can't. The eye test is a real thing. When you watch her throw, she goes for the
She
most
does.
distance.
I mean,
the
it's the same thing as Henna. Like Henna's not going to throw a smooth fairway driver. She's going to hammer a mid.
Yeah, they go after it.
I
like it.
you. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was also fun. Let's go MPO. What is there to say? Gannon showed again that he's just the best at all of it. At all of it.
Yep.
All of it across the board. Doesn't matter if it's touch, doesn't matter if it's power, doesn't matter if it's accuracy, putting. Like he was phenomenal at all aspects of the game. Mental. It was close after the first round, and then he just left the field because of how well he does all of it. It was actually so fun to watch, especially the third round.
Yeah.
To where finally, and we can go into this in a second, but finally he found a little disturbance in the force, let's say, on 15 going up the hill on a hole that confused him. He admitted it confused him, misses the putt, 3 putts, takes a double bogey. Took a bad break. Took a bad break. Hit the stake. Should have actually probably birdied the hole. If you guys probably didn't watch it, but I did. Came in, hit a stake. Did you watch it, Gary?
Yeah.
So you saw the stake hit.
Yeah.
It should have been in the circle.
Mm-hmm.
People are saying that was hole 17.
Yeah,
17. Oh, my bad. Yeah, yep. My bad. Hole 17.
The coin slot hole.
Yep. It comes back to. Well, let's keep going, and then I'll get back to this on how I think we can level the playing field again. Let's go.
Oh,
yeah.
You think you can?
Yes.
Like course design, or do we need to roll?
Okay, I'll make my point after we talk about everything. Just remind me. We'll go back to this moment.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think Gannon's biggest issue. Okay, if we had a point at what is Gannon going to struggle with, out of all things in his career,
when he gets a girlfriend.
Nah, I don't think he's gonna have a problem. I think Gannon's biggest issue, and I also don't think he really cares. So I think this issue is gonna be way smaller for him than maybe some other people. Is just his likability. I think the way he plays, the way he makes things look very easy, the way he's super composed. I think all those things.
He's like a Scotty Scheffler.
I think all those things lead him to, if there was someone else in his spot doing the things that he was doing, the crowds that would be around, the stuff that it would be different. But I don't think he cares. I don't think he minds it at all. I think he cares. I think he cares about winning.
Yeah, and he doesn't like playing non-competitive disc golf. Like, I've been around him when we've been doing stuff that's not like actual competitive, and he is bored out of his mind. If it's not competitive, he doesn't want to play.
That's gonna be his gonna be his biggest issue. And if that's your biggest issue, by golly, you're gonna have a good career.
Okay, so let's talk about the field. Let's talk about how, is there even a storyline with Rick there? He did make a push. He did the Rick thing, made a slight push. He made Gannon have to play well on the back nine. He really did. Let's not act like that didn't happen, because that really did happen. As a competitor, even if you have a giant lead and then all of a sudden after 3 holes it's down to 6.
Yeah,
that's a real thing to where also you have to battle with that mentally.
He couldn't limp in, but was this course set up in a way that allowed for someone to come back from 9 shots?
1,000% it did, because if Ricky just had a decent
all
the way through, it would have been close to the end, because he only shot, what did Gannon shoot? 4 under?
5
under. So, a 12 under, that's a 2-stroke win.
Yeah,
it's close.
It's close. Yeah,
that's close.
I think the course has to be so free. It had to be. I think it had to be very windy.
Yeah,
I think the course needed to be very windy. And
what
Ricky
I just said,
it.
It's close at the end, and Gannon had a chance to shoot 15 under, and Ricky could have kept that pace. And it could have happened. It didn't, obviously, but I'm just saying, I think we have to give Ricky his flowers a little bit for at least applying some sort of pressure in a situation. In a situation, exactly. In a situation where everybody just could have been
goes in to try to play for second.
Exactly, and that's not how Ricky plays. And I think he definitely deserves his flowers of being like, no, this guy's an absolute animal. And he's going to come at even on a 9-stroke disadvantage. If I was Ricky, I would be thinking about the 10 strokes I gave up at the Champions Cup and been like, or at the finale and been like, this is my chance. You know what I mean? To kind of right the ship with that. And and he might have been thinking that, but Gannon's just too good, and he ended up.
Well, maybe this is a good transition into your idea for leveling the playing field, Yuli. But my question is, to get to a point where we're competitive all the time, is there anywhere to go up from here? Can players get so much better they're competing with Gannon because everyone's better, or do we have to bring Gannon down to make people?
No, I don't. I think that Gannon is head and shoulders the best player in the world, and it's not very close right now. I mean, everybody
to the peak.
To his peak,
I mean, how much room is there over Gannon to improve to be an ideal player, do you think?
Oh, Gannon is going to get better. I think that's what we're not understanding, is this guy's going to keep getting better. Like he won't
really start getting worse until maybe like 35.
Yeah, he's going to keep getting better.
And by worse, I mean like Hughes won't be at 35. But he won't be able to practice as much as he wants to. Maybe.
Don't eliminate the field from getting better either. Like they're going to.
I'm trying to say is it's going to be much harder for the field to get better than for Gannon to get worse.
Okay, so here's my point. It's the mind. It's the mind that's not getting challenged on these courses. It is. And I'm going to go back to hole 17, where going into the hole, he had verbally said, I don't like this hole. Not a big fan of it. And what happened? It was the one hole that got him, which means to me that, first of all, it's in his head. And then something bad goes wrong. And then he putts it, and he has his first, and here's the point. He has his first 20-footer for bogey. It wasn't a very far putt, 25-footer. And I was watching it with a bunch of people, and I said, there's no chance he makes this putt. There's no way. Because it had already taken him out of the complete zone that he was in of perfection, of one of the better rounds that we've ever seen on camera, according to the field, right? Like, he was just whomping everybody. Nobody's close. And now he faces the first adversity in the entire round on a hole that he had to think about. And by thinking, it took him out of the zone, and he ended up making a couple crucial mistakes. We have to make the field think on multiple holes. We have to make the holes awkward for some people. Some people are going to say, no, I got this. Some people are going to, but there has to be a switch up through the course multiple times of holes like this to where it makes the player feel uncomfortable. And if you can make the best player in the world, because I'm watching, I wasn't there, but I'm watching the hole, and I'm watching people park it. I'm watching people bullseye it. It's possible. Multiple. It wasn't like we just weren't seeing birdies on the hole, right? We all watched that.
The Rock Monster wants to know, thanks for the donation. He says the basket is too big for disc golf to ever be as mentally tough as ball golf.
No, that's not true. It's just, it's not the same. It's not the same thing. The problem is you get one, and I've said this before, and Brody, we've talked about this a billion times. The problem is you don't have to think. You get in the zone, and then you're zoning in a one, like, you understand the rules. If I do this, I cannot lose at this point once you get the lead, right? Like, there's nothing that can go wrong for me to lose multiple strokes on this hole. If there's stroke and distance, if there's awkward lines, if there's carries, if there's big time penalties on every single hole, now all of a sudden you have to stay locked in for that long. Now mental game is your biggest asset. And we don't have that. And we got rid of it. It's gone. It's not in disc golf anymore. I'm sorry. It is for certain things, but it's
I don't think it's ever been in disc golf.
No, it has been. Yeah, we played a whole USDGC where every single shot.
I never played a tournament where.
Yeah, Brody, every single shot was stroke and distance.
Yeah,
and it was my favorite tournament I've ever played. I watched people just absolutely fall apart around me on putts, on anything, because I remember on hole 12, I watched a guy at the USDGC end up left of the bucket. He laid up putting for par from 25 feet. Two guys. One guy was putting for par. One guy was putting for birdie. Airballed it off the thing, rimmed off, went out of bounds, had to reputted it, and the next guy laid up. 25 feet. See, that kind of like being like, oh, well, I don't want that to happen. Like, that's something we never have to think about. You never have to be like, I'm going to lay up a 25-footer. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of negative connotation around that. I don't think they're necessarily
for no reason.
I don't think there should be.
They're for zero reason.
I don't think
people don't want to see somebody take a 21 on a hole. Well, then lay up.
Yeah,
don't design a hole to where you have to have like a 280-foot carry and a 90-mile-an-hour crosswind. Like, change the rules that day.
Yeah, I just don't, because I know a lot of people's argument with like making the basket smaller or doing like having stroke and distance around all those things is, well, we're just going to see a lot more people lay up. And I don't know necessarily if that's a bad.
No, you're going to see the best putters in the world still now have an extra edge on everybody else. You're gonna have the best.
And there's also gonna be a lot more. There's also gonna be a lot more at stake.
Listen, if they made this basket smaller, I would now go up exponentially in the world rankings.
Yeah, your putting would be a lot better.
My putting would gain strokes on all those other guys that throw it better than me. Like that's not a real, you know what I mean? That's not a real thing that I think should happen. I think it should be.
Well, it would make misses more interesting.
Yes, but for sure. But I'm saying Gannon's not going to all of a sudden be ranked 5th in the world.
No,
he's going to be better.
No, but he would probably have to change how he puts
because he gets a lot of those low.
You don't think that guy could take a little speed off his putt and just make it more than everybody? Like that's
what I'm saying. I'm saying he would have to change.
He's the most cerebral player. He'd figure it out.
Yes, yeah. I'm saying.
But he would have to think. He would have to think. Is to your point, when you make the basket smaller, when you start putting the basket up or start having like different elevations,
I don't think it would make him have to think any different. He's still going to be the best putter in the world.
I know, but what I'm saying is right now
the gap's going to be bigger.
Right now, like when you talk about, like I always say darts, you know how far away the dartboard is from you. You know where the target is always. Darts is very much like, you know what to do, can you execute? In disc golf, a lot of times putting is like that unless there's wind. If there's no wind, the majority of putts that you have, like people don't putt differently from, like Gannon's not putting differently from 25 feet to 30 feet. And from 30 to 35 feet, he's probably also not putting differently. So like Gannon has very similar putts throughout the entire course of a round. Disc golf is set up in that way where the majority of putts that you have are the same. In golf, one of the reasons why putting is so hard is every single green, you have to read your putt. You don't know what it's going to do. You have to see what it's going to do, and it's not going to be the same. Your 5-footer, this hole is not the same as a 5-footer that hole.
And different times of their day, too.
I'm asking you, Yuli, could that make putting more challenging by making people have to think, okay, the basket here is 10 feet above me. I now have to do X, Y, and Z, or I have this bush in front of me. I have to now do this.
So the way I look at it is, if we go across the board and we do this thing and we make the basket smaller, what does that do for everybody, right? Like, what does that do across the board? Not just to Gannon, not just to whoever. Like, does that change who's in the mix from weekend to weekend? So I'll ask you that. Does that change?
I think if you made the basket smaller, I think there could be tournaments that Gannon has won that he might not have won because he does make a lot of circle 2 putts.
Okay.
So someone that had a better throwing day, for example, but maybe doesn't putt nearly as well as Gannon.
Who's better at throwing than Gannon? Like I'm saying this across.
I'm saying people have had better days at throwing than Gannon.
Sure.
Yes.
But that's why he hasn't won every tournament.
I'm agreeing with you. Gannon with a smaller basket, Gannon would
still be
the number. He would still be the number one player in the world.
I think he's winning more because he's the best putter in the world. Like, who's better than Gannon at putting? There's not who would match his level of throwing. It's not there.
The only question I would have would be, because he is a very aggressive and strong putter. He putts fast. He's very aggressive. My only question would be, how does that translate when the basket is smaller? That would be my only question. Is does it translate one-on-one? Like the way he putts fast, of where he's hitting high left and it's catching. He's hitting low
what are you
right
imagining? What are you I'm going to ask you this then. Does this so-called fantasy basket that we're all hoping for, does it catch everything in the middle? Or is there speed control? Okay, if it catches everything in the middle, then he's going to win by more.
It would catch in the middle.
Then it's going to he's going to win by more because he's the best at it. He's the best putter from all distances.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying this is going to fix the problem, but I was actually just using this as, you were saying they need to think more. And I think if you made the basket smaller, they would have to think like, should I give this a good run or should I not? Like,
No,
I think that would change people how they would play.
I don't. Okay, so I'll put it to you this way.
But it wouldn't
from where I'm thinking
Gannon
is yes. So how do you make everybody have to learn this new skill? You get what I'm saying? And that is up here because we haven't had to use this in so long. Like, I don't know how good all these players are when it comes to every single shot. You have to think, is it worth it? Every single shot can be multiple strokes. Now, all of a sudden, you're taking the whole entire field, and now the level of golf of, okay, no, I can't do, you get what I'm saying? Like, I am so in control of my game. I know I can't do that. I'm going to do this. And now you're playing chess all the way down. Now every single player has to rethink and evaluate how they play the course. And hyper aggressiveness is now extremely important for the final day if you're out of it, right? Because you can make a big time run and be super aggressive or be last place, whatever. And then the guys up top now have to go, okay, I'm in the lead. I have 4 shots. But the second, third, fourth card, those guys can all play uber aggressive to where you cannot. You can, but you have to make a decision the whole entire way. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody's thinking, and it's a gigantic chess match of who can get into the clubhouse with the best score. Does that make sense?
I think so. And I think also the course difficulty, what you're saying, I think adds to that, because I think there's a massive difference between someone shooting 7 under and someone shooting 14 under versus someone shooting 3 over and someone shooting 4 under. I think even though the distance, the difference in scores is 7 for both of those, mentality, there is a difference between being over par and under par. And I think that is something that we see sometimes, like Northwood Black, we see it sometimes there, to your point, of where people crumble. You know, they start going downhill and they cannot get out of their way, and it affects their game. A lot of these other courses, we don't really see that all too often.
It's never, even at the Open in Austin, I knew I had to birdie every hole. There was nothing else I could do. I'm not playing chess. I'm not being like, oh, well, if I just play safe. No, you got to birdie all of them. You have to birdie all the way through, and there's no option other than that. You get what I'm saying? But what if there was, like, all of a sudden 3-stroke swing holes? Now all of a sudden, like,
and I think I have a smaller basket.
I disagree with you. I think the same guys look across the board at the top plate.
I'm not talking about who's doing it. I'm saying you would get more 3-stroke swing holes if the basket was smaller. You would. There's a better chance. When the basket is smaller, there is a better chance of higher.
I can see it. Especially down the stretch when pressure's on and
imagine also, my whole point is, like, you make it to the basket small enough to where a 20-footer is no longer a gimme. Like right now, 20-footer, people are not missing a 20-footer.
I feel like they're still going to be pretty gimme, dude.
Not with a smaller basket. Not with a smaller basket.
I would have to see the basket and put on it, and then I could come back and tell you, because like I said, it's still a fantasy. Like the bullseye basket is impossible to get a read on because you could hit dead center and it's coming out. You know what I mean? But I know I'm going to output anybody on a bullseye basket from 25 feet anyways.
I just wanted to hop in and make one point. I'm 100% with Yuli on this. Just simply, like, thinking about golf, and when the whole tiger proofing courses, when they try to make them longer, make the rough longer, it made him win more, because it then took the players who couldn't hit as far and they had less chance to win. So the players who are worse at putting but sometimes have a chance to beat Gannon no longer have that opportunity if the basket's smaller. If that makes sense.
Well, so my argument would be it would make, and again, I don't think right now anything anyone has said on this podcast would make Gannon not be the number 1 player in the world.
Right.
right? Let's all make that agreement.
Before
all I'm saying
forward.
is it would make would make a difference if Yuli was going up against Gannon and Yuli was consistently throwing it inside of 20 feet and Gannon was throwing it to 45 feet. Right now, the way that's set up,
he's going to outthrow me though.
I know. But I'm saying right now, if that was the case, if this hypothetical was the case, and you could say whatever players, think about like the scrambling, right? If you're scrambling to try to make par, it's no longer like if I just get somewhere around 60 feet, I have a chance to make that putt. If you have a 60-footer on a basket that is the width of 2 Frisbees, right? So like the width is now 2 Frisbees wide, a 60-footer looks awfully tiny. And that's what I'm trying to say is like it does make it to where if you throw better shots, you're going to most likely score better. Where right now, sometimes people throw better shots and they get the same score.
Theo, we don't want to run by the fact that you donated $10. Appreciate it, man. And I like all baskets. I'm a big fan of whatever baskets in front of me. So single chain, multiple chain, don't care. Love them.
I love the old mocks. The old mocks.
I do. Yeah. What I'm saying is I'm not like, I get what you're saying. And yes, that is an aspect that you could do, but until we get a spot to where what I'm saying is the field compared to the number 1 player in the world, when Gannon plays his absolute best right now, the field doesn't have a chance.
Doesn't matter.
In the scenario that I'm talking about, where every single hole is big time risk reward all the way down the line, the field is going to be better than Gannon. The field will be better because they'll be put into a situation to where they have to be and they have to play more aggressive. And that's where winning a PGA Tour or a PGA championship or whatever, going down the stretch, they're not thinking about birding a lot. They're thinking, I got a part like this weekend at the U.S. Championship. If you guys watch, Wyndham Clark had a 5-stroke lead or something. And he came in and he won by 1 because he had to think and he had to battle with those things that every single hole, 1 mistake equaled 2. And he ended up having to make a great birdie where he was in the rough, had to go for it, got it out of there, made a crazy putt. That's the only reason he won. But Sam Burns came from how many far back? Because he was able to play free and not worry about the rough and hammer it down the fairway and run every single putt and not worry about it, right? He was 6 strokes or 7 strokes back and lost by 1.
But the course has to be hard. That. The course has to be hard.
No. It's not that. All the courses are hard for the most part. Down the stretch of a PGA Tour golf tournament, the guys behind you who are chasing have nothing to lose. So they can take on Sunday pins and they can risk it. And all of a sudden, you're going to have one of the 5 guys actually do it while the leader is just trying to get through. He's not taking on the pins. He's hitting it to the fat part. He's 2-putting, getting on with his life down the stretch. You get what I'm saying? In disc golf, that's not a thing. Everybody has to birdie every hole. There's one mentality. There's one.
So it's not hard. It's not hard.
Yeah, it's a one track. That is hard in a sense. But when you get, what I'm saying is when you get used to it as a whole and you don't have to think and it's a one track mind every single weekend, the best player is going to figure that out, which Gannon has done. The best player is going to figure that out and lock into that mindset and be able to do that more times than the next person because he doesn't, there's no chance to stop and think of what if. There's no what ifs. There's just, I have to. You get what I'm saying? One mistake costs you 3. All of a sudden, it's a ball game. How many tournaments has Gannon won by 3 or more shots? A few. Not a ton.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
It's a good hypothetical. I don't know how from an infrastructure point how we do that. I mean, what's the
I
closest?
do. I
What's
do.
the
It's
closest
the
course on
easiest
tour
thing
we
you
have
could ever
now?
do. Hey, guess what? On this hole, the right side is stroking distance. You have to push it to the left side. On the next hole, the left side stroking distance. You have to push it to the right side. Now, all of a sudden, you're pushing everybody to an OB line you don't want to be to. And if you leak it left, then you're getting double penalized. It's a pretty simple concept. It's pretty damn simple.
It'd be kind of fun.
But when we just say that would make Gannon better than everyone because he throws way more accurately than everyone?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Argument?
No, I don't know that because I don't know how strong mentally he is compared to the field.
See, I think if you just did that, if you just started adding OB like that, and that's all you did, I still think he
He's
wins
the best player in the world.
But I think he wins by more. I think what you're saying is because I don't think you're having to think there. I think what you're saying is hole 1 at New London. Right?
Yeah.
Like hole 1,
yes,
you kind of have
example.
You kind of have
perfect example.
You have to think
options.
People played that hole way different.
Imagine stroking distance now, Brody, on that hole. People would think it was the dumbest hole ever. I know. It's not dumb.
That's what I'm saying. You have to design the hole. You can't just some holes you can't just put OB and say, okay, that's it. Yeah. It's like no, because people are still just gonna have to execute the shot. The whole idea is you have to give people options.
Yes.
And you have to make them decide what option am I doing? Or you do what I was saying too, is you start moving tee pads and you start moving Mandos and you make it to where these players can't just get locked in on like, this is the throw I throw for this hole. And then they get really good at that throw during practice. They get really confident with that throw and they step up and I've done this 7 times already. I can do it again. Boom. Make it to where Sunday they're throwing a shot that they haven't thrown since Wednesday. They haven't thrown this shot though since Wednesday. Wednesday was the last time they practiced the shot, and now they have to try to execute on Sunday. Guess what? You're not going to be feeling the same way as, oh, I did this on Thursday. I did this on Friday. I did this on Saturday. Okay, I just got to do it one more time.
I've given this example.
Change it up
many times on this podcast. I'm going to give it another go. Okay. I'm in a playoff with Gannon Buhr. Okay. And the hole is 830 feet.
Okay.
The basket is on a right to left slope.
Okay.
Okay. And the wind is right to left. Let's say 12 miles an hour. The first time we play this playoff hole, it's normal OB rules. Okay. Flat all the way up into the green until it's that left to right slope. If I throw a 400-foot shot and I land it in the middle, then Gannon throws a 500-foot shot and he goes out of bounds left.
Mm-hmm.
I now have 430 feet into a right to left slope with a right to left crosswind. The only way I get to that green is if I throw fast. Okay.
Yep.
And I'm hitting a slope with right to left crosswind with a fast disc. What's going to happen to that disc? Most likely might not hold the green.
Most likely.
Likely. He threw it 500 feet. He has 330 in. He can throw a slower disc into the green.
Mm-hmm.
He's most likely going to be able to hold that green better than I can, right?
For par.
For par.
Yep.
So now me being in bounds is a disadvantage to him being out of bounds.
If you're playing for birdie.
We're in a playoff.
I know you have an easier par than Gannon.
What are my options? I have to lay up and then hope he doesn't, right?
Well, you can't lose. You can't lose.
So that's yes, I can't. Yeah. No, I can't lose. So I have to lay up, bang, do it again.
If you play for par, you can't lose.
So now
on that hole.
Right. So now if I want to win,
you have to go for it.
I have to go for it.
And you could lose by going.
And I could lose.
I would there should be
no example where a fairway hit is a disadvantage against an out of bounds stroke. That's not golf. Okay. Now let's switch it up. Now, right and left is stroke and distance. Okay. and I throw it 400 feet and I'm dead in the middle again. What is Gannon going to do? You think he's going to throw it 500 feet and risk going out of bounds? Or is he going to tame it back to now where I am? He has the option. And now he has to think. And now we're in the same spot. And whoever's farther or shorter has to go first. And now what do? Do I lay up and then I give him the advantage to try to go for this green? Or do we just both lay up? See, now mentally, we are playing chess down the fairway. And my shot inbounds going first has a huge advantage. And if he goes out of bounds at all, he's out. That should always be the advantage to me.
Yeah, the only I would say the only thing about your scenario is I would say the spot that Gannon was in and having to make a decision was the spot that you were in. The first hypothetical, you were having to make a decision of should I just play for par?
No, I'm going to play for par.
Or
he's out of bounds. No, that's not even that's not a decision in any way.
No,
that's not a decision anybody could ever make. Like I'm never
the
going.
First scenario, you're not trying to birdie that to win.
He's out of bounds on a right to left slope. He's probably going to hold. Being in bounds is still a slight advantage for sure.
Wait, are we saying the same thing?
Yeah,
you have a chance to get up.
No,
you have a chance to. You in your first scenario, you have a chance to get up and down to win.
Yes.
You're saying you would never take that chance. You would always lay up for par.
How many times have you ever seen anybody hold a green, Brody, on a right to left slope with a right to left?
I mean, I saw Calvin. I saw Calvin attempt one of the craziest throws I've ever seen at OTB. Like guys attempt crazy shots to try to win. They do.
Sure, but what? Okay, in that scenario,
I feel like
nobody's going for that green. If you're a professional disc golfer and you land inbounds, I'm not going for that green ever.
I think if the roles were reversed and you were out of bounds and Gannon was in your spot, Gannon would go for it. I think
Gannon goes for it.
Gannon goes
There's no. You guys have. We'll get him on the podcast. You're crazy.
There's very few times in disc golf do guys play the safe play.
It also depends.
You would argue with anything.
It also depends. Is there OB around the basket?
Yes. There's OB that goes. It's 800 feet. OB left and right and wraps around the green. If you roll, you're going out of bounds.
I just feel like in disc golf,
nobody's going for that. Most of the people that we talk to on the pod just talk about how they're all gas. There's very few times because it normally makes sense to go. Usually playing for bogey.
How close? But here's the other thing: is how close is the OB to the basket?
It doesn't. You're on a right.
It does matter if Gannon Buhr's next shot for
par. The fairway's 60 feet wide the whole entire way and wraps around the thing. So it's
that. So here's. So I was gonna say this is the problem for you, Yuli.
There's no problem.
You're
just arguing to argue at this point. This is crazy.
No, this is the problem. If the OB was close enough where Gannon was afraid that he's
30 feet, OB, sure, yes, please.
He would go for it because he knows he can make the putt for par. If the OB was far enough,
he's making the putt for bogey.
He's
already out of bounds.
We're saying if the
roles are reversed.
If the roles are reversed and Gannon's in your situation, and there's the OB's 30 feet away from the basket, he's going for it for birdie because he knows if his disc does go OB, he's going to make the 30-footer for par. So he's not losing to you because your best score is par.
It's a 12-mile-an-hour wind on an uphill lie. That's not fact. We're not golf now. This is the exact problem that the field has. We're not golfing, guys.
I know that's our point. Disc golf.
Okay, perfect. Then you're on the same.
Yes, I'm with you. Disc golf is all about
stroke and distance. Stroke and distance.
He might not go for it.
Yeah, stroke and distance.
That's my point. That's my point, guys.
You were not saying stroke and distance, though. He's going for it if it's not stroke and distance 100% out of 100 times.
Yeah. Yes. No, not if the rolls are reversed. No.
If you're OB,
if you're OB,
380 feet away, there's no stroke and
distance.
If
he threw it to 400, so you're telling me the guy's throwing a 430-foot sidearm trying to on a 60.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Because he knows if he throws a bad shot, he has a 30-footer for par.
You guys,
Yes,
That's
Gannon,
why.
Gannon would
If he
rather be
throws
in the
a bad
driver's
shot, he
seat.
has a 30-foot for par.
a bad shot? No, a bad shot. He's 100,000 feet away. It's a right to left crosswind on a freaking slope. What are you talking about? Are you saying that this
When
guy's
have you
just going
seen
to
Gannon
pitch?
shank that shot like that?
Yeah, but you have the same. Here's the thing, though. You also have the same problem because he knows you're out of bounds throwing 3 into the same green.
I'm not
If
out of
you-
bounds. I'm the one in bounds.
No, we're
No,
talking
we
about the
said if
roles
the
in
roles were
reverse.
reversed.
Really,
It would never be reversed. That's what I'm saying. I'm the field, guys. I'm the field. Do you understand? Stroke and distance is okay.
Yes, stroke
let's
and
go
distance.
back.
Stroke
Let's
and
go
distance
back
for
to my
sure.
point.
I agree
Yes,
with you.
Because
stroke
we
and
got
distance,
you guys
yes.
want to come up with hypotheticals that are insane to me. They're absolutely mind blowing. Of
No,
being
this
like,
is
oh,
your
they gotta go.
hypothetical.
Yeah.
At least I'm keeping it in the
Your
same score.
hypothetical
Brody
is-
would have made a boxing reference by now.
this is
I haven't
nuts.
said anything.
This
I haven't
is
said
nuts.
anything.
Okay, so let's go back in the actual hole that has stroke and distance, and I throw it 400 feet in bounds. You think the guy is throwing 500 feet?
Oh, for stroke and distance, he's going to throw the shot he's most comfortable with. If it's 500 feet, it's 500
Yeah,
feet.
if it's stroke and distance, he's going to throw whatever he thinks he can throw in bounds.
Yeah.
And is it 500 feet? We all know what the
I don't-
distance is.
I
That
don't
people
know.
are accurate.
It
with.
might-
What's
be.
he throwing? You know, what's
How
the
big of a
angle?
gap is it? How tight is the fairway?
What's the grade of the hill
Okay,
here? What's
let
the
me
weather been
redo
like,
this,
Julie?
guys. You guys are being ridiculous just to get me riled up, and I like it. I appreciate it.
If it's a wide open fairway, I'm
Yeah.
assuming if it's wide open, it's
If
100
you could
feet
throw a
wide.
hyzer into it,
It's I
Gannon's
just
gonna
told you
throw
guys
that.
it's 60 feet wide all the way down the fairway, and there's out of bounds on both sides that wrap around the fairway. How
Yes,
I
but
can't
but
read.
Can he throw a big
oh,
open hyzer, or are there like trees on both sides?
It's wide open, Gary.
He's going 500 feet. Spike hyzer.
He's right throwing a
At
500
60
foot
feet.
hyzer.
He's
right
throwing
throwing
What kind of
500
you guys
hyzer.
are on drugs?
He's right throwing a 500 foot
He's throwing
hyzer.
500 hyzer, man.
Oh my gosh, we're done.
Wasn't he doing that on hole 1?
There's never been stroke and distance, Brody. No. At New London, what is he going 500 feet?
No.
That's
hole
not
one-
even
hole
stroke and
one at
distance. No, I'm
European
asking you a question. Did you see anybody going 500 feet on hole 1?
It's
No,
hole
because
one, though. That's different
where
than a playoff
No, but that's
hole.
where OB was. OB was 500 feet, I think.
It's also hole one. Hole one matters less in people's minds.
Dude, you guys are wild. And I
You
and
don't
I'm here
think
for it.
Gannon can consistently throw a 500 foot hyzer to 60 feet, laying in the 60 feet area?
No, on a
Yeah.
right to left crosswind of 12 miles an hour. What are we talking about?
It's just 12. It's a breeze.
You guys, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'll give 12 miles an hour, 60 feet, 500 feet.
Oh, well, let's pick
I'll
a hole.
give him
Let's pick
10.
a hole. Let's pick a hole. Hole 18 at Fox Run.
Okay.
12 mile an hour, right to left.
It's
Gannon's
downhill. That's not the same. No, that's not the same.
Okay. he's
500
throwing
feet is
he's
past
throwing
the tree.
500 feet of power. He's throwing 500 feet of power.
Okay, perfect. Yes, 500
Yeah.
feet of power will probably get past the tree.
He's
And now it's
he's
stroke-
landing that thing in the parking lot.
He's going shorter with a more stable disc to make sure he's in bounds. Guarantee it.
Well,
No, no, no,
The way,
there's
the
no
way that
well.
the hole, it's
No,
because of the
no,
way that
no.
hole is shaped. It's
You
because of the way
picked
that
the
hole is
hole.
shaped.
There's a
I was
it's a
just
bad
saying-
hole. It's a bad hole comp.
No,
There's a guardian.
not
There's
a
a guardian tree there that keeps
Not
you
a great
from
hole
throwing it.
comp. It was not. It was a good
It's a
hole
bad
comp in
hole.
the sense of like,
It's a bad hole.
right-
Make
right.
it like Emporia hole one, but narrow the fairway.
yeah, there you go. Emporia hole 1. Fairway is the
Perfect.
fairway of the golf. He's just throwing a big hyzer over the road.
That's almost 180 feet in probably 120 feet in length from left to right. That's how big
Fairway?
that fairway is. That fairway is huge.
I said narrow the fairway.
No, I'm
Yes.
saying fairway of the actual of the golf hole. It's the actual fairway. So it's like 90 feet wide would be the fairway.
No, let's do 60, please. Let's go back to my original statement.
Okay. 60 is small. Now that I'm
Thank
thinking
you.
about it,
Yes, and he's throwing.
Now I'm-
Thank you, and he's
now I'm
throwing
thinking about
500 feet and a right to left crosswind and being
Now
like,
that-
"I got
that-
this."
Now that I think about it, 60 is small.
It's so tiny.
Guys, we can't call anyone over there. It is literally 2:00 in the morning.
Well, Gannon would answer. He's the.
I know, but I'm not waking people up. I'm not waking people up.
Here's my okay. This is what you guys are saying. Okay.
I appreciate the enthusiasm.
500
in the chat,
feet.
though.
this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to now create a hole for you guys that will hopefully make sense.
Okay.
Okay. Hole 16 at Emporia, the island hole.
Yes.
From left to right is probably 60 feet. From one end to the other. Probably, well, we'll say 50 feet. So let's add 20 feet to that. Okay. Now, I would like to take you guys 500 feet backwards. And you're telling me that at 500 foot of distance, he's going to be able to hit that island every single time.
Island is different than fairway.
It does not include distance forward and backwards.
Yep.
No. We take that and then you go and you go all the way back in that distance so that we get it. And there's water now on both sides.
Really, this is important. Did Gannon birdie this hole in hole 18?
No. Listen to me.
If he did, he's
okay. I'm drawing a picture for you guys in your brain so you understand.
I have it now. 60 feet is smaller than I was thinking.
And it goes all the way back 500 feet. And the hole is 800 feet dead straight on that island of narrow all the way there. And you're telling me, yeah, the guy will do that every time. That's what he does. Wow. No, that's what you sound like, Gary, to me in my brain.
Did you go first and land inbounds 400 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
Where's he throwing it, Gary?
You're going to be throwing second. So you're going to be throwing first. So he's throwing it 450, 500 feet.
Oh, 450. I'm fine with that. But now what happens? No. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Mm-hmm. He throws it that far. And now I lay up on purpose. And now what does he do?
He's not laying up.
Perfect. Thank you. I win.
I doubt.
I would say.
I win.
I would say.
Thank you, Gary. Yes. Now we're playing golf. I think I win.
Can we talk
and you
about?
think he doesn't?
No. Can we
Perfect.
talk about?
I want him to go. I want him to go on a right to left crosswind.
Let's talk about
on
a non-hypothetical.
Perfect. Thank you.
Let's talk about non-hypothetical. Let's talk about non-hypothetical.
Where are you laying up to though?
Gary, Yuli is correct because the only tournament I had a chance to win. I've only had a chance to win one tournament. And the only reason is because no one knows how to actually play golf.
Bang. Thank you.
And when it was that windy,
preach, brother.
When it was that Yuli is right. When it was that windy, you no longer could play the way that you normally play. When it was that windy, you had to play smart. You had to play smart.
12 miles an hour. That was 30 and 40 miles an hour.
I know,
it doesn't matter, Gary. The fairways are 180 feet wide.
I'm saying to Yuli's point, what he's trying to say is if Gannon just plays the same way and goes, I'm 400 feet away, I'm going for it, there are going to be times where he goes stroke and distance. He misses.
Done. And he's not going to do that.
And now he's going to be like, so my whole point is
not going to do that.
I was not that day at DDO. I was not throwing the disc drastically better than the entire MPO field. The reason why I was where I was literally just the way I was playing, my shot selection, what I was trying. I wasn't trying to do too much. Holes that I knew I could attack, I attacked. Holes that I knew don't mess around with, I didn't mess around with. That is the only reason. And so I think Yuli's onto something.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it makes people think about it. But I'm saying Gannon Buhr is so good that he's an exception to this rule sometimes, because I think half the time
nobody's an exception to this rule. I'm sorry. It's
half
not
the time he wins.
Anyway. No. That's not. There's no exception to the rule, Gary. That's what I'm saying. The mental
this
frame
would
up
add
here,
a different element.
There's no exception to this rule. Nobody is better at accidentally making a mistake. We're all susceptible to making a mistake.
Yuli's saying now the mistakes now compound. The mistakes now get super serious. And it's like, how do you handle, like, there is in disc golf right now, it's how do you handle if you get 2 pars in a row? That's the stress. Oh no, you parred 2 holes in a row. How are you going to handle it? Now it's like, wait, I can't throw this disc in bounds. I'm having to rethrow this shot. Think about all the drop zones too. There's so many holes you play where you don't even have to throw a good shot and you have a chance to make par.
You're gonna just putt. It's
you throw OB, you throw another OB. Guess what? We're gonna give you a 35 footer for bogey. Wow. So I don't know. I think when you go OB, when you have OB like this, players are just going to continue to play the way they normally play,
Mhm.
and then they're going to start seeing results not
gonna have to-
happen, and they're going to be like, what's going on?
My point is, it's going to bring the field up, because if you have a lead, if you're the best player, if you're in the lead, it's never going to be safe again. You're going to, you can't, if you par out, great. And you got to hope that that's good enough. But the rest of the field, if they want to win, they can play aggressive and they can go for those shots. And now all of a sudden, maybe it puts you in a position to where now you have to go. And now you have to think, do I want to lay up or do I want to go? Are they going to keep birding or are they not? Right now,
Well,
it's
let's go back
everybody
to-
birdies.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Emporia hole 16. That's a good example. Emporia hole 16, you have a 2-shot lead, right? It's stroke and distance. If you go OB, you're having to rethrow. You have a 2-shot lead, you're throwing first. I think majority of people in that situation are probably chipping out to the right.
That
And
already
gonna
happened.
chip up- and
Oh,
they're gonna-
2-stroke lead? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And so that allows the person behind you to gain a stroke automatically on you right there, because they're not laying up, they're going for it. Where right now, if they made it to where if you go OB, you have a putt for par and you have a 2-shot lead,
Everybody's going.
You're going
Yeah.
for it, and that person's probably going to make birdie. And so now it just wipes that out. It
Yeah.
makes it to where it forces you to have to make a decision, and it's going to be tough. It's going to make it tough for players.
My disagreement with Yuli in this hypothetical is not that I disagree that's the way we should approach the game. I think that's the best way to do it. My disagreement is just about Gannon Burn, his skill.
But we haven't seen him have to go through that yet.
No,
So we
no.
don't know.
And
I'm
saying,
sample size.
I'm saying I agree with the premise that this makes golf better. I 100% agree with that. I don't know how we do it with the infrastructure that we have, with the courses that we have, and that how we make that work.
I just told you.
More time.
No,
I
you just
understand
explained it.
I understand that's how you told me. I'm just saying it would take a long time between now and when we get there, and how we take these courses that people are so attached to and beloved to make those changes.
I don't know if everybody's attached to it. I think that we've gotten
I think if it made it
duped.
more exciting,
I think we've been duped
in.
into thinking that this is what it is. It hasn't been like this forever. There was an era where there was a lot of stroke and distance holes, and to me, it was really great.
Oh yeah,
It was
because
really great.
I felt terrible for him in the moment, but
This
like
was
hole
USCGC
16
for years and years.
Hole 16 at European
USCGC
Open.
hole 17 didn't get its reputation for what it is now.
Oh
It
yeah,
got its reputation because what it was in the past and how people were taking 21s on the hole. And
Yep.
guess what? People lost US championships by taking big numbers. Johnny
well, that's-
McRae.
Yeah.
On one of the easiest holes that you play all year.
that's why hole
It's
16
literally one of the
is
easiest
beast.
shots you have all year.
Hole
It's the
16
one
is the beast.
hole
One
where
of my
you got to
favorite-
get through.
was one of my favorite holes because like I hated what happened to the guy, but Anthony Barella losing the European Open was one of the most electric things I've ever seen.
And that wasn't even
It's the
stroke and
same thing.
distance. That
the
wasn't
same
even
thing,
stroke
yeah.
and distance.
Yep.
Mortician John says Gannon is a smart golfer. To say that he doesn't make these types of decisions is a mistake. This scenario will only make the difference between the top and mid-tier grader. I think it's not. It's not
saying he's
so
not gonna
much.
be worse.
He would still win a lot of
Yes.
tournaments. That we're not saying that. I think what we're all agreeing on right now is you can't just lip to the finish line. You can't
There's
just
none.
walk it in.
Somebody's
you're
gonna be
going
able
to
to
have
come,
to. You're going to have to
play
make
aggressive.
good decisions, and I think the thing that we've never seen Gannon do because it doesn't exist is what happens when he does get to a hole and throws a bad shot and gets absolutely penalized for it, like brutally penalized for it. We haven't seen that down the stretch because
There's no holes that do that.
hole 17 at USCGC would be the only one.
It's just, and it's a chip shot for everybody because everybody can throw sidearms now.
Yeah.
If you force every single player on the planet to throw a backhand on USDGC hole 17, it would be a bloodbath. It would be an absolute bloodbath.
Like Yuli, you want my point? You want what I think they should do?
What?
I think
I wanna know.
they should have an alternate tee pad like 50 feet to the left.
Ooh.
So
Yeah,
like
instead of changing
you
pins,
want
use
to try to
the
throw a
keypad.
flex forehand in there, or you want to try to throw like make it to where it's not right now. You just take
Dump
a zone.
hyzer.
You just take a zone. You throw it flat. It dumps in. Make it to where you have to throw a touchy flex forehand in there, or you're throwing like a hyzer flip up backhand through the gap. Like that's a tough shot into that green. Just a thought. Okay. Anything else we want to talk about? Because we went down that rant for a while, but it was a good one. That was fun. Nothing
Gary,
else?
you got your heels?
We got Hills and we got Pick'em to address.
Let's do it.
For the Swedish Open. So
Okay, let's roll through it.
all right. Hills is pretty straightforward. FPO. We got Katrina, Val, and Hannah dropping off the hill.
RIP.
See ya.
Sorry. Valerie is good enough to be on the hill, but she's not playing. Like, it's hard to be on the hill when you're not playing. Bottom of the hill, I got Henna. I've got Cynthia Klesberga, Emily Weatherman, and Annika Sten. Emily Weatherman was a tough one here, but if you look at the way she's been playing recently, she has put up, I want to say, like 6 events in a row, top 10 finishes. She's really like locking in as a player. We know she's a proven winner on tour if she kind of gets everything put together. So, Emily Weatherman there.
Can you be? Does that saying work if you've only won one time?
What?
Proven winner. Can you start saying that about? I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm asking. Is
Yes,
if you win once
to do it,
you're a proven winner.
Yeah, you've proven that you can win on tour.
Okay,
regardless of what era it's in. Because like if you look, she's climbed to the 9th position. Yeah, she's finished 8th, 9th, 5th, 9th, and 9th, and 2 of those are you got majors and 3+ events in there. So solid play on her end right now.
Can I answer this question real quick?
Sure.
Kid, because I've talked to Kelsey about this multiple times.
Okay.
Kid Wilson, and let's not go down a rabbit hole, but let me just answer it real fast. Kid Wilson says, does buying discs you don't need actually feed/support the disc golf business? I've gone down this rabbit hole of where if people were actually good with their money and learned how to spend less than they make, I think a lot of businesses that currently are thriving in the United States would be doing a lot worse.
Yes. You need to feel good about yourself. Keep buying plastic, please.
Like DoorDash, I think
that's
would
a
go
crazy
bankrupt.
business. Yeah.
I think DoorDash would go bankrupt.
1000%.
I don't think DoorDash would exist if people were
funny.
smart and knew how money worked.
Yeah.
But the majority of Americans are dumb and don't know, dumb in the sense of they don't know how money works.
100%.
Sorry.
Do you ever DoorDash, Brody?
Never.
I
used to have a deal with what are some of the other ones?
Grubhub.
It's not Grubhub, it's not Uber Eats, it was big back. I don't know if it's still big anymore. I haven't done it in so long. But there was one like when that started when those apps started happening, I got a deal set up. No, it wasn't Favor. Keep listing them off. As soon as I see Postmates. It was I believe it was Postmates. They would just throw in like $5,000 into my account every month. So I basically just got unlimited Postmates.
Oh, nice. So that's all you ate.
all I had. Well, I traveled a lot, and so all I think all the deal was I just had to post once on social media of me like receiving it. So I basically had all you can eat Postmates for like a couple years, and it was incredible. But no, I've never
that
used
sounds
it.
amazing. Can we get that on the pod again? Reach out, bro.
That was in a different time in my life, brother.
Goodness gracious. Yeah. So that's the 4th tier. Next up we've got Ella, we got Missy and Evelina. Missy falls here. I feel like she is eternally in 4th and 5th place this year at every event. Kind of waiting. Quick question for you guys. How long into the season until you're worried that Missy doesn't get a win?
Right now?
I would say after the European swing.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's good. That's a good answer.
I like her the way she plays. I like the way she plays for Europe. Yep. So
but here's Ella's resume the last 3+ events and a major, 5th, 4th, 7th, and 4th. So Ella's playing some good disc golf right now. I think we could see Ella maybe squeak a win somewhere. Europe could be a good place to do that.
She's the same way. Like she starts putting well. her finishes would be so much higher.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you got Evelina here. Evelina is the tough one who doesn't really feel like she belongs on this tier. Like she's supposed to be tier 2.1 or
She should
something.
be.
But she's right here for me just because I think that the top 3 are in a better position in terms of like right now in general. So tier 2, you've got Holland and Owen.
Oh, there's only 2.
Yeah, only
Okay,
only,
I got you.
only two-
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Never mind.
So you got Holland and Owen. Owen is an absolute monster this year. Has not finished worse than 4th place this year. She's only done that twice. But in terms of like, I think Holland deserves to be there as well. But in terms of winning and just what she's accomplished this year, I think that Silva is still top of the Queen of the Hill. Although her performance this past weekend definitely weakens her argument.
I don't agree with this in the slightest.
Okay, you're putting Owen at the top.
You have to. If Owen was at the European Championship, there's no way she gets 20th place. There's no.
Now it's Silva finished.
Yep.
Silva got 20th.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing with this hill now. Like Silva does no.
People were saying Silva was sick.
Well, Michael Jordan won being sick.
Yep. Nope, I get that. Like I think you could
you dropped Owen from the top with a 20th performance, Gary.
Yeah, but that was also before. That was like many events ago. So
yeah, I think this is not just European Open.
Since then, Silva won the Northwest Disc Golf Championship. She.
What did Owen get there?
In the
recency bias is
Owen took 4th.
Oh, that's pretty good. Weird.
But then you also had Silva taking second to Owen's 1st and 3rd at the events before. So I think depending on who you are and what you like and what you're watching, you could interchange probably Owen, Silva, and I don't know that Holland is in that same conversation.
Did Owen do enough bad to get dropped?
That's a good question.
Since the last, so there you go. Whoa. So you could argue that technically, like Owen has a better top 10 rate thanks to the European Open and stuff like that. But you got to remember, like I said before, at the last time we updated these, it was even more in Silva's favor. So
Cagno says Silva had the flu. Good, Brad. Immediately, they have flu medication in Europe.
Yeah, Owen was
I don't know. I just don't know if Owen did enough to drop, and Silva after this performance should move up.
Yeah, I mean it's part of it's because at the last time
I think Silva's better.
At the last time
it's better,
and that's part of it too. It's not just a power ranking. At the last time we just checked in on this, though, Owen was coming off of a 1st at Waco and a 1st at the Open at Austin. But since that time, Silva took 2nd at the DGPT Plus at OTB Open. She took 1st at Cascade, 1st at Northwest, and then Owen didn't play European Open.
Cascade's not real.
I know, but then that also means that Waco's not real for Owen.
Okay,
so
perfect deal.
Yeah. So I feel like you could
world champ.
I feel like you can interchange.
This is since the last hill.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Did Owen do enough to move down?
Yeah, I think
do enough to move up.
Yeah, I think it's.
I got you.
I mean, if you were just looking at these stats,
then yes.
But I think we're taking into account.
It's close.
Silva's,
yeah, you could 100%. You could interchange Owen and Silva. It was the thing I sat here.
You're convincing me. Yeah.
I sat like I even crossed out on my paper like Owen once. Like I could not figure out the two of them. I kind of labored over that one. It's the same thing you'll find with tiers 4 and 5 with the men. I struggled very hard determining who goes where because it's just such a tight race. But that's FPO.
Okay.
MPO.
Oh my gosh. Bloodbath.
It's tough.
Absolute bloodbath.
Yeah, we lost a lot of good people on this one. Unfortunately, some one of them because just not playing. Chris Dickerson's not playing right now. Same kind of thing with Val. Val probably deserves to be on that hill in terms of skill level.
We'll say that for Yuli too.
Yes.
No, I played a few events.
Healy's plays not been great. Since
No,
then.
I'm a last cash. I'm back.
Yeah,
to
but
my
you could
old
have you
ones.
could have fought yourself back on the hill with the European Open.
Yeah, it could have been.
If you got like a top
Could have
10,
been.
you would have stayed on the hill.
No, maybe not with Gary.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, so these other guys off the hill, we haven't seen much from Kranz. Kyle Klein is probably the most shocking one to me in general, but he's just the play. He's missed a couple events. He got 30th and 42nd. Really not putting it down right now. What are we looking at? We're looking at the
you did just drop someone that just won their last tournament.
Come on, Gare.
That's
That's
tough.
tough.
That's like Waco,
tough.
right?
That's tough.
I'm kidding.
Oh my goodness. So here we go. We got tier 5. Luke Taylor, Austin Turner's playing good disc golf right now. I think he's going under the radar for a lot of people. Playing some really good disc golf. Marweed is doing in fact, Marweed is doing what he doesn't typically do, which is he bounces back and forth. He's actually had strung together quite a few good events in a row. Minus the Northwest Disc Golf Championship, which was tough for him distance wise. But I could only have one elite level putter on here, and right now Marweed's putting better, so he's here.
Yeah.
But Casey White drops down. But Bradley Williams, another guy who I think is sneaking by under the radar right now,
Sneaky.
with some really good play across the board, minus the Open at Austin. Moving up to, is this Austin's best year? That's a good question. I think he still has a little more to prove to say it's his best season. Moving up to tier 4, Babcock's been playing some great disc golf. Eagle's been playing some great disc golf.
Yeah.
The question will be, is this a flash in the pan set of 3 events for Eagle, or are we going to get like more?
This seems like a different season.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever been this consistent.
No, he's playing well.
Yeah, I feel like we've
playing
seen.
well.
And I'm saying consistent too. Like he had moments these last couple of years of where he would like pop off for a round.
Yeah,
but I don't even remember him really popping off for an entire tournament. And now looks like he's backing it up. So I think this is different. This does not feel like something we've seen before from him.
Yep. Gavin has had a top 10 finish in 5 out of his last 6 events, with 2 of them being podium finishes. So Gavin's also starting to get, and the funny part is, if you look, what are all 4 guys on tier 4 known for?
Putting.
Yeah, I was saying post injury, Mad Dog.
They're all like
forehand
guys.
Forehand.
It's tier 4 forehand. Tier 4 hand. So moving up to tier 3, a lot of deliberation here on this one. Niklas is the one taking the fall down 1 level, but you got Isaac, who's putting up good disc golf right now, and AB, who just wants to tease us, and then kind of just I don't know, not really. I think
we put too much pressure on him by picking him last week.
Maybe
I should have been there to pick. My bad, guys.
Our picks are not.
Every time I leave,
I want to know what you would have picked, Yuli, had you
without a doubt, Ricky.
Our picks were bad, man.
Yeah. And then moving up to tier 2, I think this is we all know at this point, you got Ricky and Calvin. I moved Ricky up over Niklas because of just a little bit of recency with the play, a little more consistency. You've got kind of some ups and downs for Niklas, who started the season a little bit hotter, but Ricky's been putting in the work. Yeah. And then no surprise at the top. Ginneberg.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Well, yeah. Yeah. 1/2 of the event.
Yeah, exactly. But this one, like the top 3 tiers weren't hard at all. It's that tier 5. There's so many players who are playing kind of up and down seasons right now. It doesn't feel very definitive. Thank goodness I'm not going to 6 tiers, because that would be impossible.
I like it. I think that AB could be moved down.
Yeah, who would you put? Hamas up there?
I would. Yeah.
Yep. That was
Hamas or Babcock. Really, those guys are playing so good.
Hamas was on that list for me, and the only thing that kept Babcock is technically Eagle is playing, like, if you're going with a hot hand technique, Babcock. Eagle is probably the hottest hand on that.
No, it's Babcock. It's not.
No, No,
That's
but like
not
recency hot hand. Eagles gone third, fourth, and
Wait.
third. Babcock's gone
Pull up.
8th, 9th, and third.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't know that. Really?
he's
Or,
wait.
I'm sorry,
Eagles
third-
gone what?
Eagles
His
gone
last-
third, and fifth. 3,
Okay.
3, 5.
Okay.
Babcock's gone
He's
8, 9, and
top
3rd.
5 his last 3 events. Eagle.
Damn.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That is
Yeah.
Oh.
that is sneaky.
Yeah, then
impressive.
that's
put
what
him-
I'm saying.
and put him
like,
up there.
recency, it's like, could I put him up there? But to me, 3 events and one of them being a Jomez series.
Oh,
doesn't-
well, why are we?
It's because there's
Okay.
enough field of the Cascade Challenge to make it so you have to think about it. And
All right.
technically, they get points.
Yuli
so-
does not like this Jomez series being factored in.
No, it's fine if we're
Well,
just
but
going to
I
keep it going.
I keep it consistent. Like, so then you got to factor out.
But what
Gavin,
happens if
top
one
10.
of these? What happens if one of these Jomez series, like the field is trash?
Well,
Are
if the
we-
field's
are we
trash, then it affects everybody.
we
Then that
counting
This though, look at this. 3rd to the 14th, 8th, 9th. I don't know. Major's a big deal.
Oh, if you do push it back through 4, it's
Yep.
one of those like if you look at the stat a certain way, you're like, oh yeah, no. But then you push it back one more, it's like
Ooh.
Yep,
it gets a little
Put
closer.
him-
100%. 100%. But what the question is, what is recency? Because like how far we're talking a month and a half back.
Yeah.
You know, like, so what do you consider recent? It's but either way,
I
I
like
think
it, Gary. I think you
he-
did. I think you did pretty good. I do think AB should probably be moved down.
the one player that I'm looking at the most on this list is I want to know what Sullivan Tipton's doing. Like, I feel like
What do you
everyone
mean, like
always,
in life?
which is I feel like everyone always talks about Sully being the next one up, but he's never quite on the dance floor right now, but he's never quite out of the conversation. So like he's a player that I'm looking at. It's like you're not going anywhere. You've been kind of static right there for so long now. Like what's the
Just
You know what?
stay being there. That's all he can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
I like it, Gare. Nice show.
All right. I mean,
Let's do our picks real quick.
Pick'em was a bloodbath.
it's gonna
guys.
hurt.
Pick'em last week was the
I'll
biggest.
save us this week. Don't
It
worry.
was literally the biggest swing ever. They did insane.
You guys are so bad.
They did insane. They picked Gannon,
Yeah.
Evelina, Ella, and Taylor and got 140 points. We got 26 points. Now, wait, this says that Silva got tied for 13th, not 20th. Did she actually get 13th and not 20th?
No, she finished 20 strokes back. She got 13.
Okay,
Oh,
13.
oh,
don't-
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
same
but
thing.
here's the question, Yuli. Outside of Ricky, what else would you have done differently here?
I don't think I would have done. Well, I wouldn't have picked Sully.
Who would you
I-
have picked on tier 3?
I would have probably picked Babcock.
He wasn't tier 3. It was moved up, I think.
Really? Then I
I'm
don't
pretty-
know. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
not sure. Let's look at the tiers. Let's pick them right now.
All
Yeah,
right,
Let's
Let's
get back.
do
We
it.
gotta come back. Okay, so we're gonna pick Gannon,
Yep, thank you.
and then
No, he wasn't
we're
tier 3.
going to pick Sweden.
This course has got a good combination of like distance and some woods and some open.
I've seen it. I've seen
Yeah.
the coverage.
It's a fun course. I like it a
Do you
lot.
think Evelina goes back to back?
Ooh. Okay, let's start with MPO. I'm gonna go. For sure, Gannon, then Babcock, and then Eagle. Duh.
No, we gotta do a $1.
Yeah, do
Oh,
$1 too.
$1.
Yep.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
is Mari Vilman at? He got second place at this event when it was last
I like
held here.
that. I like that a lot.
He's sneaky and not there. Now he didn't have the world. He had
He
a
didn't
tough
play
start.
great.
No,
Yeah.
Tough
I like
start
that.
to European Open. He had a
He
tough
was
start
like
to
on
European Open.
feature card and did terrible. He was
Yeah,
like
but then he-
3
he-
over through 6.
He fought back to top 10. So he still
Yeah, let's.
finished
Mar-
15
I
under.
like that. I like that. Mari done.
He finished top 10 after that start.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good for-
he
good for
fought
him.
back quite significantly.
He was not ready for the lights that first round.
Okay, we'll go. Yeah, I like that. What do you guys think?
I'm all in on you after my performance.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm relegated. I'm relegated for a week.
Yep.
Gannon, Babcock, Murray. I think Babcock might get the job done while he's in Europe. Be honest.
Gets his first win.
Could be.
I think he's
That would be
trending. He is trending.
Honestly, his first win would be in Europe for some reason. I get a Europe vibe for his first win.
And then FPO, we're gonna go Silva, bounce back.
Yeah, she won last time they were there.
How long did it take her to bounce back from the flu? Something to think about.
No, Silva. Ooh. How did Merch do this last week?
She was not. She was 20th.
Ew.
She had a rough time.
Well, I want Weatherman for $1.
Oh, what a pick there! Nice.
Yeah.
And then you guys can have one pick.
Do we know for a fact that Emily Weatherman's playing? That she didn't go home after the major?
That would be crazy.
I'm gonna double
Who's
check.
flying out there and flying right back? That's a
Listen,
psychopath.
No, she's playing.
Americans
that's
are
a-
stupid.
That's a psychopath play.
Her next upcoming event is the United States Women's Disc Golf Championship. So no, I'm not an idiot.
No.
She left.
That's why we check.
She was in and out.
Wow.
We would never have lived that one down.
That would have been tough. Taking
What a
Weatherman.
pick, though.
She's not even there. That would have
It
been
was
a
a
great
good
pick. That was a
great
great
pick.
pick.
This is tough. Then.
All right, you pick the $2 one, and me and Gary do the $1. How about that?
Wooded.
Gary, give me your favorite 3 $1 players.
Well, is Julia Force gonna rock it again? Maybe she takes the confidence into the next event. Julia Force.
Those young people are so hard because it's like she
those
might
young people.
I gotta look at the list.
Isn't she like 15? Is that what people are saying?
Yeah, she's like 14 or something like that.
Yeah, so she could like go out and like.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the list of seeing who's going. See, I liked Ida last week, but it was a tough.
She almost got a sneaky top 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna see here.
Yeah, I just feel like the teenagers are hard to just be like, oh yeah, they're just gonna go out and get top 10s.
Yep.
It's like they might be staying up watching the new House's Dragon.
Well, you got Christina's playing again, Jurakova. So she's actually top 10 ranked players in the field.
I don't know.
I like Christina.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's 962 rated, so she's actually.
I'm gonna
decently
pick
up there.
that. That's a pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip that $2 range.
You don't want anyone.
Oh, you're gonna
to. You
skip
want to
it.
go two. You want to do two $1 and keep the dollar.
Well, you guys can pick a $2.
Can we have the $1 roll over?
$2. I mean, does Cat bounce back at all here?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
I want Christina.
Where are they playing this? Sweden?
Yeah, they're playing this at
What's Sweden known for?
in Boras. This
Besides,
is
besides their fish. Is that chocolate? Are they known for chocolate? Swiss chocolate?
Swiss chocolate.
Isn't that like a good hot chocolate company?
That's Switzerland.
Yeah, that's a wrong.
Foreign country.
Pretty far away.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Good point.
Swedish meatballs, baby. Swedish meatballs.
Good point. Knives. They're known for knives.
Yeah. Rachel. No, she's not in the
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie. Yeah, this
Bizzle says
event
these
was
are the
played.
worst picks. Wow.
This event was played 2 years ago, so it's been 2 full years. So it's not, you can't go fully off of it from before. But...
Corrupt banking.
Ooh. Corrupt banking. Yep.
Tall women. Are Swedes tall? What's the average height of a Swede?
Hey, get focused on your picks, guys.
I'm not picking. I'm relegated.
I got Christina and Silva. You guys are up.
5-5 to 5-6. That doesn't.
Wait, is that
seem...
Wait, is that Cynthia Klesberga there? She took 6th at the European Open. Is that her in the
right,
or no? That's her in the $4 tier, right?
The average height of a female in the United States is 5'3.5".
Yeah, pretty.
What do they consider a female? Like at what age? Are they taking like 10-year-olds into this? That seems crazy. I think if I'm walking around, I'm thinking almost every female I see is taller than 5'2".
I was gonna say if Eliezer would have played decent, that would have been like 2 big events in a row, but she didn't.
Jeez.
Hey, it's a wild card though. It's not a bad that's like a Evelina type pick.
Yeah, because Eliezer crushes the disc. She's just putting.
I'm stuck on the height thing, guys. I'm sorry. I can't. My head's locked in on this height.
Come on, we got one pick, and then we can.
Oh, just flip a coin already,
Gary.
Flip a coin.
All right, I'm going merch. You guys are done.
All right.
Okay.
Merch.
Phenomenal. Can't wait to lose by 100 again.
We're not. It's not gonna happen. We got.
Remember, we get both the second 2 majors, so we
need them.
TGC.
This bull crap. They're getting all these easy major.
Yeah, they got to pick Gannon on a major. That's real hard to do.
Okay. Anything else, guys?
No.
All right. I will be gone next week. I'll be back, and
all right.
You guys hold down the fort, and hopefully I'll come back a champion. If not, I might not come back for.
Maybe we get Brad on for a little fun next week.
All right.
I might not ever do Brad in ultimate frisbee. Now that would be a
no. I want Brad on the sideline with the clipboard, man. I want him full on just coaching it up.
All right, boys. Good show. Thanks everyone for watching. We appreciate you all, and we'll see you next week.